Don't turn 25, 24, 25. You're 24. I am very easy question. When you turn 25, just out of curiosity, since you said you're about to turn 25 like a 5-year-old does when they're about to turn 6. I'm curious now. Same thing with a guy that had a 3-month anniversary. How soon until your actual birthday? It's in January 2nd. Wow, it is right around the corner. You have any big plans for this big birthday here? No DUI this year. Are you drinking again since everything's off? A little bit. Metered it. You've metered it? Yeah, metered it. What do you mean by metered it? I don't let myself go crazy, you know, like, once I start wanting to sing Pearl Jam, I stop. There you go. That's a good joke. That's better than everything you did in your set. I would make that one of your jokes. Okay, there you go. Do you ever talk about wearing an ankle monitor for a year? No, like that thing, but I don't do that one much. Yeah, not great. I don't want to portray myself as a rapist. Where are you getting rapist from? You said this twice now, and it feels like you're confessing something. Yeah, he's saying rapist. Even with his job, he was like, I don't like do anything with the trees. I just like see if they turn yellow or not. You know, I don't like touch them or rub up against them or stare at them from across the head for a while, and then approach his little face so weak. Yeah, you got parked to your bite. He said we branch out of here. I'm an armor rapist. Also suggestion in comedy, I can understand that hats can be like a comfort zone for somebody, but yeah, if you put your hat really low, people can't see your eyes, and your eyes are the middle of the soul. And it's really hard to relate. Sometimes guys will put the hat really low. It's kind of sits. It's better. Do you always wear a hat? Always, yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that you're racist. Oh, there it is. It's very clear. All of a sudden, it's very clear. Evan, what else do you do? You have any special skills or hobbies or talents or anything like that? You seem like the kind of guy that knows how to like jump rope really well. I wish I tried to sing. I've been trying to get out to do karaoke more and see if maybe we go to talent. It's not. Yeah, no, it's not. What else? What's your pulpit for pulpit? Heavy pulpit. Oh, that's my joke. Okay. I didn't know that. I saw this. Nobody wants to see it. This is my hobby. What else? There must be something else. You collect anything? Are you a fan of anything? At all? I'm a fan of a lot of music. I like Rush. Man, Rush a lot. Okay. I'm trying to get into movies. I watched Jackie Brown recently. Oh, you just watched that for the first time? Yeah. Movie, D-Madness. It's like some just say. Hell yeah. Have you seen it? Here we go. D-Madness just said it's about time. It's in. He finally said something funny. He'll get you. You try to make fun of D-Madness, he'll get you. But you like, there's some movies that you like listening to, and you can just kind of digest it on the end. I love that. Are there any other ones that you can think of? Color Death Warrant. Okay. Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's interesting. That an action movie. I find that so intriguing. Isn't that interesting? It's like hearing men grunt. Definitely not. If there's anyone I know in homophobe, D-Madness, who hates everything gay. You like hearing other men getting their ass whooped. Death warrant things. All right, Evan. Well, you were here. Here's a little joke book. Congratulations. You got pulled tonight, Evan. Quickly. We go on and on, ladies and gentlemen.
This looks like a new name here. Hello, y'all. This podcast is sponsored by Blue Chew. Not that you need it when you're around a girl like this, but I mean, what you guys have to deal with. Ancient build gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is the 4-in-1 beats that's setting the gold stamping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up your arousal and connection to your brains 15 minutes. That means you can get it quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. Ladies, if you're listening, send your man the link and make him a trophy husband with some Blue Chew Gold. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code Tony. That's promo code Tony. Visit BlueChew.com for more details on important safety information, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. So remember, when you want to get hard, just type in the word Tony. Let's see what happens here. Make some noise for Alexa Irizarry, everybody. Alexa Irizarry.
I had a great Thanksgiving this year. I found a Native American guy on Tinder. I celebrated the traditional by giving him syphilis. It's hard to date as a trans person because here's the thing. Straight men view trans women the same way they view Taco Bell. They want it when they're drunk. They're ashamed of what it does to their asshole. I love fucking with straight guys. Sometimes they don't realize I'm trans. You know the name for those type of people? Retarded. So sometimes they'll come up to me and they'll be like, yo, can I buy you a drink? And I look them dead in the eyes and I'm just like,
No, man, I fucking gay.
I can't turn that voice off. Yeah, that's the sound that comes out when I orgasm. Thank you guys.
Holy shit. Alexa Irizarry. Showing the boys and the girls how to do it. Absolute dominance. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's like looking in a mirror or something like that. It's my arch nemesis, my venom. This is my venom. It's Venom Hinchcliffe. I love it. Alexa, how long have you been doing stand-up?
About 5 years.
That's awesome. 5 years. Where at?
I started in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Well, that's where you're born and raised?
Yeah, I think I opened for you at one of the glory holes at the truck stops in Warren.
Oh, hey. There you go. A lot of truck stops. This is true. Guilty as charged. Welcome, Alexa. This is absolutely incredible. So 5 years. How long have you lived in Austin?
About 4 years.
4 years. What made you move to Austin 4 years ago? Comedy?
No, I was actually working in construction sales because I got fired from doing porn.
Oh my goodness.
From doing porn, I am bad at sex.
Okay.
I know this because they flew me in the shoot. They flew me on Delta, they flew me back in Spirit.
Oh my God. This is amazing. So you only did it once?
We call it female strokers. You probably know what it is. But that trend suits how strokers, but the name was offensive.
Again, there goes resident homophobe. So you did a lot of porn shoots.
Yeah, because back then, like, trans people couldn't get, because I like transition BC, and for, good Christians, that means before Christ. For trans people, it means before Jesus.
Oh, trans people used used to get like bullied and stuff.
I know, and that's honestly, I loved it because I can only come when you come.
Perfect. One more thing that you and I have in common. Absolutely amazing. My best cheer today. Amazing. So Alexa, what surprised you about shooting porn?
Honestly, probably the biggest thing that surprised me is that the guy will fuck you on camera and make it really a few on camera.
So, like, when you say fake orgasms, you mean like moaning?
Because I don't like.
Explain what you mean by that.
I don't. I've been raped too many times to like sex. I've been raped so many times I bought my mom a T-shirt. It says my son got raped 4 times. All I got was a daughter.
Oh my God. I don't think now's the time to play the Netflix sound effect. We may have lost our contract right then. Let me ask you this. Did the guy that raped you, did he happen to comment on how yellow the trees were getting right beforehand?
He was only focused on how yellow my teeth were getting.
Okay, so you literally don't like sex?
No, I don't. Like, the only thing I ever liked in the bedroom was one time my ex-boyfriend got on top of me.
So I'm trying to have sex with you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Incredible. Okay, so now we understand why the Mishnah said that you can't adjudicate a capital case on a Friday. Because essentially, again, there's no way to have this come out in a proper way. Incredible. I'm going to tell you something. Hey, congrats, me, Mr. Dr. So say now, interesting enough, the Gemara says one of the interesting facts that came out over here is that so basic execution.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. I'm doing my best to follow every single person in here. If you have the opportunity, I'd appreciate the follow back. I follow everyone back. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real-life Truman Show, a real-life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase, "Content is king," and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's #1 resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me very influential. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family, all financially independent if you're not already. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer that you will ever meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream, nor 2 YouTube streams. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams, 24 hours a day. You can view my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling camera. If you want to view my streams, they're available in my profile. Additionally, available in my pinned post. You will also find in my pinned post a link to my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. No one dares you to look at their link tree, but I do, because cut me off like that? Okay.
Why does the country have to say even for a sister kid to come? Tell me, watch this. Hurry, say a whole different conferences of we're talking about another who's the coin double.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You can find a link to all of my YouTube streams in my pinned post. You can also find my link tree there, as well as a link to my Discord. Discord.me/Rabbi. We have over 2,700 people in the community and continue to grow each day. In addition to making you all wealthy and wanting to promote world peace, I want you all to know that I want to help to end world hunger through the use of technology, such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydrofish. I'm sponsored by Equipment. We build wells and water towers in developing nations for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the life shore. We pump earth seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you are a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a rate follow, I will follow you back. Send me a DM. I will respond. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future, and most importantly, I want to give people hope. And with that,
So now watch this. So now what we've established, let's follow the train of thought. What we've established is mitzvah overrides avodah. So let's say what it is. It's Pythagorean theorem. A equals B and B equals C and A equals C. What is that? Whatever, yeah. Good. Right? So good. Good. I chose the Rabbi for a reason.
that sounds great. I look forward to it, Tony.
I have ultimately again. Right, if mitzvah is docha avodah, avodah is docha Shabbos. Therefore, the logical conclusion would be that mitzvah is docha Shabbos. So therefore, again, if I'm on my way to shul for my again, I should be obligated to go ahead and bury the mitzvah. So by the way, that is also a bona fide excuse for being late. I just want to point out, right? Basically, so it would work. So the Gemara says, follows, Shabbos includes the avodah. So again, if Shabbos is right, so if avodah is docha Shabbos, right, avodah is docha. Ultimately, so this is the argument. Now listen, I want to point out, mitzvah is not the docha Shabbos. Right? It's not docha Shabbos. We don't bury anyone on Shabbos. Right? It's not a regular person. So I love the nice again. I understand the logic again. It makes mitzvah is docha avodah, and avodah is docha Shabbos. That means mitzvah should be docha Shabbos. Amalei Ritzicha Tokia Shedocha Savodah Ve'ina Docha Shabbos. So let's say I'll tell you the pinnacle, so to speak. It's a repetition of this. So execution itself will refute this argument. Why? Because the most we're going to see execution is docha avodah. Now what is that? Take a look at Rashi. Rashi's in the third short line. Ritzicha Tokia Shedocha Savodah Sheksid Me'in Bizmizbechi Tika Kana Lamos. So once the Torah says that if somebody is liable to a death penalty, you take him even from the altar, even from the mizbeach to be executed. Now what does this mean? This is actually fascinating. Highest coin of tzirach, the rotze lavo. So let's say you have a coin, let's say he's liable to a capital punishment, liable to a death penalty. So yes, he wants to do the avodah. Navin also moving the basement, and Rabbi told you to do me out of his death knowledge, and by his synonymous real mouth. So it's interesting. So let's say you have a coin, it's your coin, who has been found guilty of a capital crime. But yet again, it's this coin's turn to serve in the judge. He's getting ready to do the avodah. We don't say let him do the avodah and then we'll execute him, but rather again, his death penalty overrides his obligation to do the avodah. Now, what we're going to see is that's the exception, but that is different than a case where, let's say the Kohen already started to do the avodah, then he was found guilty of a capital crime, or was already found guilty, but started doing the avodah. We won't take him off the mizbeach, right? We won't take him whatsoever. We won't stop him in the middle of the avodah. He's already started. We'll let him finish, but if he wants to start, we're not going to let him start. So the idea over here is like this. The Gemara says, I'm sorry, I will take up here. So here, execution, right? Execution does this. Execution. So as you see this ultimately again from execution. So execution is docha avodah, meaning if somebody is liable to a death penalty, so we don't let them do the avodah. Again, we don't execute someone on Shabbos. Let me see from here. The formula doesn't necessarily work. Just because something is docha avodah doesn't mean that it is automatically docha Shabbos. Okay, so much as follows. What was that? We see what we thought. What was that mean? let's turn that on its head, right? So let's go ahead and say execution should also be built for Shabbos. Why not drop execution to be built for Shabbos? After all, again, I will say, why don't we say the following? Here we go. You could do temple service on Shabbos, and halacha, let's remember again, avoda requires malacha, and yet you're still allowed to do it on Shabbos.
Yeah, I'd love to. So many of the people in here have sent me some really nice DMs, and I sincerely appreciate it. Many times when people send me DMs, I ask them if they're interested in a free social media strategy that I use. So I'll share it with everyone here, and if you're interested, I'll send it to you as well. First and foremost, this is absolutely free. I want you to be able to brand yourself better. So many of you perhaps are looking for a job or looking to be able to help promote yourself better. And what I advise everyone to do is have their own link tree if you don't have a link tree. If you don't know what link tree is, it's essentially one website that has all your social media in it. And then what I do is I send people a list of the top 30 or so social media platforms that are absolutely free, fivefold. It's really a 5-pronged strategy. Number one, this gives you about 30 different places to be able to promote. Number three, it gives you about 30 different places for you to open new communication channels with future clients. Number four, what it's going to do is allow you to dominate. It's very difficult for someone to be able to impersonate you. Once you create these accounts and you link them to your link tree, I help everybody absolutely for free to make sure that it is good and professional. And then what we do usually is we put content on their different social media accounts so that they don't have just skeleton accounts. And usually what we do is we create some short videos in Grok that are simple that say, hi, my name is XYZ, and I want to help you to be able to promote your project on social media. Please look at my link tree. I'd love to connect with you. Something really short and simple. I also help people to join different communities on X, on certainly LinkedIn, certainly on Discord, Telegram, Facebook, and some other places, because as we all know, your network is your net worth. I also help people to be able to clip different spaces and get on the radar of some really big hosts so that you're in spaces such as this one, such as perhaps with some of the largest spaces on X as well. And then when you're able to get on the radar of many of these hosts, they're going to let you up and they're going to let you speak. And that's really important for when you're marketing yourself. And then what I usually help people to do if they're interested is to also get a job, a regular job if they want, usually through Nigeria, but additionally how to create a resume. If you don't have a resume and you're hearing my voice, you need to send me a DM. I'll help you create a resume. It's not hard. And then we're going to upload that resume to different job search websites so that recruiters can find you and help you to get a job, because it's their job to get you a job. They get paid when you get paid. And I don't want you to be searching for a job on your own. I want you to have a team of people working in conjunction with you. And then the final thing that I help people to do is to be able to shield themselves, to be able to pitch themselves. They need a 30-second, a 60-second, and a 3-minute pitch so that they come into a space like this and they don't say, GM to the host, GM to the co-host, GM to the speakers, GM to the audience. I'm new to this. I don't really know what to do. I need a job, though. Send me money. Anybody can do that, and that's fine. At least somebody's trying. But I want you to be able to come into a space just like this and say, GM, everyone, my name is XYZ, and I would love to help to promote your project. I'm a Web3 marketer who has over 30 different social media platforms on which I would like to highlight whatever it is that you do, whether it's an NFT, a cryptocurrency. If you want more DMs, I'm going to be able to help you with all of that. We're going to help you to rank higher in search engines. We're going to help you to dominate on social media, and we're going to ensure that AI has a positive and recognizable description of what it is that you do. If this is of interest to you, send me a DM. I'd love to partner with you. That's what we want people to be able to do, to have professional pitches, and I help people to do that. So if this is of interest to you, send me a DM. I'll send you all of this in writing. If this isn't of interest to you, I completely understand. Just know that the bar is being raised, and those who are competing for these types of jobs are increasing their level of engagement. People are no longer satisfied with just a GM in the morning, or just someone replying to their post, or perhaps someone just liking and reposting. They want you to promote them on different platforms, and I help people to be able to do that. So if this is of interest to you, send me a DM. I'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
I will say every Cholbas Haguf from memory again applies automatically both in Eretz Yisrael as well as outside of Eretz Yisrael. Most of the custom that so why don't we try to say most? So say that we still have this small Amar Kamad Achad because one of the time you sitting on this one, you know that the so it says that the person will be liable to adult penalty and he's put to death. So may I leave in the book in the Shabbos. I would have thought execution occurs both during the week as well as on Shabbos. So you might say, not even kind of parallel. Most you must. I so what does it mean for you to go and say, by the Shabbos, you chai for that. So again, even going ahead and organizing an execution in of itself a form of Shabbos violation, I would say no. But if I Shabbos, so
I appreciate you looking out for me. Well, you should know I've helped over 50 people do this previously, so it's no stress for me to be able to help even more people. I'm replying to everyone via DM, but if you want to connect with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I'm live on Discord. I have the Discord in my pinned post. Join my Discord. No one else, I guarantee this to you, no one else will help you on X as much as I will, and absolutely no one's going to do it for free. And here's why. I am always live. I've been live on YouTube for the last 4 years, 24 hours a day, from 20 different streams. I've also been live on Discord for many, many years. You should know Discord just sent me my roundup for this year. I'm not in the top 1% of Discord users. I'm not in the top 0.1% of Discord users. I'm in the top 0.01% of Discord users. Essentially, what I'm saying to you is no one uses Discord more than I do. You can come into my Discord whenever I am awake and you can ask me any question that you want, not just on business, not just on entrepreneurship or finance. You can come to me and just tell me about your day or tell me how you can perhaps gain more friends or increase your network. Whatever it is that with which you want help, I'm here to help you. So to give you just the easiest way to contact me, join my Discord. I'll be happy to help you whenever you want. And in the meantime, I'm going to respond to everybody's DMs. And the easiest way for me to be able to manage all of these conversations is just like that, through X and through Discord. So if you would like me ever to give a class or to speak on my knowledge, and I will say, in addition to just being someone who live streams their life, I'm a certified project management professional. I've successfully launched apps on the App Store and Google Play. I've had hundreds of millions of downloads for these apps. I can tell you that I have a lot of knowledge that I'd be happy to share. So if you ever want, send me a DM and you say, Rabbi, hey, we're going to be on this date. We'd love for you to be able to do an AMA. I did one of these last week. If anybody wants to hear the AMA, just look through my timeline and you'll see an AMA that I conducted with Chi Boy. If you know who Chi Boy is, I answered questions for more than 2 hours, and I'd be happy to do so with your community as well. I hope that helps. I'm from the United States. You want to come have a sleepover? I'm in California. All right. Well, you want to know where I live?
All right, so it's like good morning. Good morning. Let us begin by thanking all of our sponsors for this morning's here to thank our commissary sponsors. For Touch and Pay 5785, Toast and Responsible, dedicated all the children and Russians. This year,
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I can help you all with that. As you can tell, I'm in spaces all the time, and I hear good shills or I hear good pitches, and then I hear average pitches, and I certainly uh, hear below average pitches. And really, what I'm going to help you do is we're going to work together on your strategy, what you want to accomplish. Some of you may be Web3 marketers, some of you may be content creators, some of you may be moderators or community managers, some of you are just reply guys, and that's absolutely fine. I want you to be more, though. You all have the opportunity to be social media marketers. And what that's going to be able to do for you is allow you to go into a space and shield yourself. And then when people send you a DM, you can basically give them a menu of things that you can do for them. And that's what I'm going to help you to do, in addition to writing down your pitch. I don't have my pitch written down, it's all memorized, but that doesn't mean that if I were just starting out, it would be a bad idea to have it written down. I have literally written pitches for people, and they read them in spaces all day, and they get people who get into their DMs, and then they send them the menu of items that I advise them. Usually, what I tell people is that once you create all your social media and somebody's interested in having you promote their project, for $5, you'll promote their project on 5 of your different social media profiles. For $10, you'll do it on 10 of their different social media profiles. And for $20, you'll do it on all of your different social media profiles. And you'll get, if you do this over the course of a day, you'll get 2 or 3 people who are interested in this, and 2 or 3 people over the course of a week. Every single day, you're going to be making $100, $200 extra in addition to whatever you normally bring in. And it's not hard. All of the accounts are already made. This is all things that you can do to help yourself increase your own network and also get more customers. And you're absolutely right. I don't want any money for this. I've never asked anybody for any money. And if you look in the message that I'm sending to people, it says in the message, I don't want your money. I want you to be able to keep your money. I want you to be able to earn more money. And a lot of times people aren't used to someone who's willing to educate for free. I am. I have a heart of a teacher, and I want to help people to make themselves more successful. Frankly, I get asked every single day. People ask me for money, and if I gave money, is I educate people on how they can promote themselves. Your personal brand is the most important brand that you can market, and I want you to be able to do that successfully. There's the old phrase, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And I don't like giving away fish. I like teaching people how to fish. Thank you.
Okay, so again, this is quite a fast account. So again, remember, the primary topic of the website to highlight was
Certainly, Mayor. Well, you should know I'm always live in my Discord, so there's no one time that I join Discord. I'm always live. You can come in whenever it's convenient for you. Now, if you all want to hear all of the shortcuts and tricks that I know, and how you can not just promote yourself, but really land a job, and a very good job, six-figure job if it's of interest to you, then I would say to Mayor, set up um, a a Twitter space just like this. If you have the opportunity, send me a reminder. I'll do my absolute best to attend. If the time is for one reason or another inconvenient, we can always work on that. And I can always make you aware that if you want, we can do AMAs for people just on an as needed basis, and I can share with people what they want. I mean, if you want, I can give you a brief overview of everything that I can help you with right now, if you'd like. And halacha l'maisa again, you want to prevent this one show by hanging on the sun. So the idea of you got to have a hookah to mean hanging. So you see from here again, that is referring to execution of Obge Avodizara, and he's telling us that execution of Obge Avodizara is done Neged Hashem, is done opposite the sun. Opposite the sun. So where you see that execution is only carried out by day. It was just as in the sun. That we put it before by Balfour, Mayor, Mayor, if I might interject, is there any way, and if you can, it's okay, but do you ever do night spaces or evening spaces? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning where I am, and um, I'm normally not generally up at this time, though it just so happened that I was, and I saw your space. If you don't do night spaces, that's okay. We certainly, I can make perhaps some changes in the schedule as well, but you can certainly let me know when works for you. And then to anyone who's out there who wants to get started, just join my Discord and I'll tell you everything that I know and I will coach you through it. Just a quick overview of what you can expect. Let me just say that. Because no one in the world works miracles, but I do help people. So first and foremost, I'm going to give you an overview of what. Go ahead. Certainly.
Again, not always a reflection on the lyrics, but but again, no one sees just something deeper involved with him. As we rap, Allah comes from Moshe, Allah Lahan, what they do. Interesting. When Hashem says to Moshe, Kaf as called Hashem, what I don't exactly tell you what take gathered the people Canada has no established parking here. Set up courts. Now, why is setting up courts? Setting up courts in order to achieve the old people who work at the hotel. At least we want to quick and expeditious judgment. So the Gemara says, my time, I want to be done in So what's going on with your wife? What's that? Set up extra courts. Now, why would there be such a course? Maybe it's not allowed to achieve negotiations in one day. So here, what do we have? We have over here a number of members of Club Israel. So that follows us, unfortunately, went ahead and worked the Club Israel. Worked the Club Israel. Now, what do you do? There's one. You can't have one court judging more than one capital case. Maybe a local license will set up no court. When court that only is halal license again. Different types of capital cases. A regular legislation, something like that. Halal license. We have two of the same type of case. In other words, two of the same crime, same capital case. That says over here, I was saying, so you get full set of us. You get some very you take on it. So you sometimes you pay the Hasi that calculate Shema will get to sue the Kapikola Torah. You can take the capital cases. You will take capital cases. And remember, you're going to see before that you is obligated to find a way to his salary. That's what's happening over here. So everyone is using the type of capital cases. So Allah myself. They can't touch it, but if it's one type of capital case, maybe they can. So Rabbi Ella today, Ella today Shusha Karen Akisa. So Allah said he's not a bit of problem with one case judging multiple cases. Why? Because Allah is able to judge multiple capital cases when they are the same type of capital cases. That's permitted. So why did we put extra bucket over here? Answers. In order to go ahead and Allah expedite the judgment, that there will be again not about the powerful should be incredible. So with the Rashi says over here, Allah, Siddhuka, Rav, Yashav, Haran, Yishakis, Baruch, Lamasuki, Davar, Umekana, and Shogo. This is very interesting. How do you take away divine wrath? How do you take the idea? The problem is actually, how do you remedy that anger? How do you remedy? Do whatever you can to expedite expeditiously deal with the problem as possible. How do you take care of divine wrath? Fix the problem. Fix the problem. That's how you take care of divine wrath. And therefore, again, if Allah provides the what's the best way to remedy divine wrath? Go ahead and set up as many of things as you can. So the cases can be adjudicated, judgment could be dealt with. Such a profound soul. When does the Bono show up It's not what we say, it is what we say. But that's not real, that's not real final why. That's not what we're going to say. We always, that's not real. So when does he get upset? He gets upset with us, so we don't fix our problems. That's the issue. I walk like I just refuse to do it. Sometimes 98% of the time I know exactly what the problem is. What do you have to fix it? And that's where divine wrath says it. The problem says, I can forgive the transgression. I can forgive the mistake. I can forgive the mistake, but I need proof to engage in decisive action to remedy that which broke me. If you do that, that's what I'm going to attack. Because to make a mistake is forgivable. To not fix it, that's offensive. Incredible. All right, let's go back here. Says Bikvar. Give me a moment, let's go and go by it. Let's just remember again. Give me a moment, let's file a law. Is adjudicated, and the verdict is delivered that day as well. Meaning the cautious, like capital cases, have to wait until the next day. Wait till the next day in order to go ahead and instruct. So Dine didn't honest humanity. So from where do we know this? From where do we know that halacha l'maisa we don't deliver the verdict on capital cases until the next day? Or the Dine Damakah, Lesi Mishpat Sedek Yalid Bar Atmaras. So let's say this is very interesting. Over because it quotes the pasuk from Yeshayas. So literally again, Lesi Maresi and Mishpat Sedek. So this is how we go down to the pasuk. So how do you go ahead and ensure that Sedek, that Mishpat Sedek, that justice is fully served, that it's well laid out?
I'm from Ohio. You know how it is.
Yes, a lot of people do die from heroin overdoses, especially in Northeast Ohio.
6 years sober from meth and heroin.
Okay, all right.
The
energy's still there. Stays with you. How did you get sober? What helped you get sober?
Honestly, him dying, to be quite honest. I remember that's actually kind of why I started doing comedy. Because one time I was digging through a trash can while I was on meth at an art dealer's house, because, you know, I'm meth. And John Mulaney's special, New in Town, was playing in the background.
Wow, this is the gayest part of your whole set. It's incredible. That's when you know you have to get your life together.
No, yeah, so I was like, I want to do that one day, and he was like, you're not funny. So then I was like, I want to prove him wrong. You know, so.
Amazed. Now he's looking up at you from wherever he is, thinking, wow, she really did it. So, other than him dying, was there things that you did to fill that gap of meth and heroin to what seems to be the most addictive things in the world?
Probably, well, besides cops. No, just kidding. But no, I was down, like, no, I got back into what I was, like, doing, like, before I did all that. Like, I started college at 16, I studied Russian language, Mandarin, politics, I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger.
Can you say things in Russian if you put it into Buddhist? Oh, shit. Shit, looks like someone's gonna have a Peruvian in his ass later.
But it comes to passing judgment on other people,
About to get a little potato filling up there, huh? Oh my goodness. Multiple languages good at comedy. It's almost like you have the brain of a...
try to gather all of the light, the voice coming to our cross, judgment,
This is amazing. Wow,
So
love the energy you came out with, by the way. You took over the stage. Beautiful job. Holy shit. It is incredible. Clearly, you are made to do this. My goodness. So how do you make money now?
I have an OnlyFans.
Okay.
Not going well. I only have 1 subscriber.
All right. Yeah, I pay good money for that. Wow. Where can people find your OnlyFans? You will probably get more now if you want to promote it.
Yeah, Jasmine Steele 7 on OnlyFans, Streammate, and Strip Chat.
There you go. Redman just made multiple accounts. Okay. So, Alexa, tell us what else would surprise us about being trans in Texas. You've been here for 4 years. Is there anything else that you deal with? Do you make a good cup of coffee? I've noticed that trans people make the best baristas. Do you drink coffee?
No, those are the non-binary kids.
Okay, good to know. I don't know the difference.
You can tell by the purple colored hair and the annoyingness in their voice.
I like that. So you're kind of anti-trans.
No, I don't think people, I think it's a mental illness, to be quite honest.
Yes. Keep going. You're about to become the next president of the United States. Just keep the momentum going. Keep telling us you're very close. You could win the 2028 election if you just keep. I just saw that Joe Rogan experience. Texans in the front are literally like, I'll vote for that bitch. It's amazing. Amazing, Alexa. So you did become, when did you start to feel like a woman? When in your life?
The first time my dad's dick was inside me.
Your actual father?
No, I mean, I'm from Cleveland. You think I know my actual father?
I don't know anymore.
Honestly, it is one of those things. I do think it's a mental illness. It was from probably my earliest memories. I remember I would always put on my mom's dress, hiding in her closet, things like that whenever she was at work. So just from my earliest memories. And then at the time, you had to wait till you were 18 to do it. So just the minute I turned 18, I started hormones.
Amazing. What did your mom say about that?
She said, I don't want to live with a freak, and then she kicked me out for a little bit. But she's come around. Honestly, she's one of my biggest supporters, and I love my mom more than anything.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Alexa, so fun. Anything for Alexa? Your star. I love it. Yeah. Sometimes people think it's always like too late to start stand-up, when to start stand-up, but you live such a full life that now you have perspective to tell it, that it's awesome and it shows.
So much, I really appreciate that.
Seems like you're, the son.
And just a straight up roller coaster that this whole experience was for me. From the set being like that, fucking I got raped, to I'm off heroin, to the guy died inside of me, to you could be president, to my dad raped me. I'm like, just amazing, to shitting on people with purple in their hair, and you have purple in your hair. There's a bunch of purple back there. There's a little bit back there. You are a pure entertainer, so funny, so raw, I love it.
Hell yeah. Alexa, sign up again, pretty please. Let's see if you can catch this joke book. Oh shit! Got it! Unbelievable! She catches like a man, ladies and gentlemen. How about one more time for the Keltoni debut of Alexis? Alexa Irizarry, everybody. Isn't that something? Well, we have momentum, ladies and gentlemen, and your next comedian is one of the newest, most prolific regulars in the show's entire history. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Dark Storm of Atlanta. This is Dedrick Flynn.
The other day, I started watching The Blind Side. What the fuck is that movie? Nobody ever told me this movie's gonna be bullshit when I started it. You see The Blind Side, you know what I'm talking about? So all The Blind Side was supposed to be about was this dude named Michael Orr. He's a real person, and he played football, but he was a homeless teen in Memphis, and he got adopted by a white family. They got white privilege, and he made it to the NFL. Alright? And that's a beautiful movie. Alright? That's a beautiful movie. That is the sequel to Remember the Titans. It's got football in America. Everybody could come together. And then somebody in Hollywood was like, let's make this nigga retarded. I don't even like using that word. Alright? I don't even like using that word. They made that nigga retarded. They made it for no reason. Let me tell you, the first scene where he get adopted by Sandra Bullock, right? He get adopted by Sandra Bullock. She walk him into the house, they walk him up the stairs, and they walk him into a bedroom, and he goes, what's that?
That's why. Now again, that could work. That could
And
have to work.
Sandra
How
Bullock
could that
says
happen?
it's a bed.
Innocent, right? If you exonerate, you're right. You've done all this in one day. However, still not fucking from the phone call, you find the other
I've so many retarded. All the fucking specialty. Them niggas go to sleep when they know when they go to sleep. Crackheads make beds out of anything. This nigga know what a bed is.
You find the other one. Now it's just us.
Then later on in the movie, just to make sure you know this nigga is dumb as fuck. And it's not real, so he's not dumb. He made it, he's stupid. He made a lawsuit against it and won it just recently.
Let's go ahead.
This is where they fucking did. They said, hey, Sandra Bullock, you the son that you brought to this private school to play football. We gave him these tests to see where he's at. They said you got a 0 in math, 0 in science, 0 in social studies, 0 in everything. But don't worry, he scored 100% in protective instincts.
No. That's
not a test they give humans. Who got the highest protective instinct? That's the shit they give the canines to become police dogs.
With the It's only regulars get to do. Very powerful. The dark storm has arrived. Welcome back, Dendrick. Good to have you back, buddy.
God, I fucking miss. Yeah, I had a good time in Atlanta, but that whole Monday, I was so used to coming out here. Yeah, from doing it like week to week, I couldn't wait to fucking get back. Dude, this is so fucking. This club is fucking gorgeous. This fucking stage, the band, everybody's so fucking good. Y'all don't know what it feels like to walk out here, but it is better than drugs. I used to sell them. I used to sell them, so I know what they do, and it doesn't do this. All right, this shit is fucking great. I love it.
This is true. Mondays are weird without the show. Once you're part of this thing, Mondays are really weird. For Red Band and I, if we ever randomly have a Monday.
Like 7 times, maybe 6 times in 12 years.
Yeah, that we take one off, but we back tape those episodes so that we can take a Monday off if we ever wanted to. Oh, look at this. Look at Sense just straight man on stage. Here he is, D Madness. You heard the blind side like I'm talking about. So Dedrick, welcome back. Ari Maddie, this is a co-regular of yours.
Yeah, Dedrick, you know what I'm about to say. How crazy is it that the day I became a regular, both of our personal Facebooks reminded us that we were at an open mic together 7 years ago. Yeah, I was on that day. How crazy is that? And on that same day, and I remember that open mic that it was horrible. For you, by the way, you're right, because I remember you killed it. It's just funny how in comedy you meet somebody and then I didn't see you for so I didn't even know you live in Austin. And I saw you at Sunset. I just wasn't sure it's you. Yeah, because we never really talked, and then you became a regular. So that shows what happens if you just stay persistent and keep fighting and keep pursuing your dream. So that's awesome.
That is true. I mean, imagine if he would have started and been scared that people were just going to steal his jokes, so he didn't perform that often at all.
You sent me a great message, and that made me real happy that it's the same night that you sent it, and I saw you because it was on your Facebook, so I didn't get the message, and you saw me. I thought actually the whole Kill Tony Mafia family has been fucking great to me. Actually, last Monday I was at David Lucas's house filming his fishing podcast. This nigga is rich as fuck. And Dave Lucas is the fucking Black Georgia Tony Soprano. His house just got shit in it for no reason, and he's fat.
He definitely is fat. Is that a new grill I'm seeing there?
Yeah, no, I got it different now. I'm not different now. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got the Kill Tony tattoo that I got. I told you that I got that. I sent it to you. I got my day that I got made a regular. This shit's fucking fantastic. I'm making so much money. I bought my mama a Uber from Augusta, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia on Thanksgiving. There and back.
I always love to see it. I always love to see the come up. You know, when we first had Cam Patterson on, he said, I'll never stop wearing sweatpants and white t-shirts and sandals. That shit ended like 3 weeks later. He hasn't worn it since. When David Lucas became a regular, he also got a new grill. It was a George Foreman, and he made everybody grilled cheeses.
He got terrible teeth too.
David Lucas does?
Yeah, David Lucas got bad teeth, but he cooked good.
Okay. Wait, did you just add another layer of grill? Just do like a magic trick or something?
Well, everything is, Tony, I'm not gonna lie to you. I already talked to the man. We was working on this song that we want to do right now for Kill Tony. Right now, we're gonna debut it right now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, shit.
Give it to me.
The photographers who write down all the
can't
Like,
pretend you're
everybody
fine.
know who want to fight for like Love says, you never hear it like incredible. He is a Puma They right, that's the but ultimately, again, that's in my heart. So, my maybe my that's the heart. What that means they can't write down what's in the distance. Most of the distance is also necessary. Sunday, again, Sunday morning, they
Why would you do that? I said, nigga, your bank account look like Heidi. You would feel like just like me. Oh my gosh, I love it. That trick you were absolutely killing it. All right, what do you They do love burritos in Atlanta. Yeah, you will be.
So again,
Atlanta is the only place where I've seen a sign that says grills on happy hour. Grills was a decision that you just walk past and see a sign and they're like, I like that. There's a lot of white people in here. These gold teeth are called grills. I know you looking at me like I got a green egg in there. Is that how you talk? Is that how he talks? Because I can look at him and tell him. Yes, it is. He has been able to shut up all night. He is so retarded that he didn't know what a bed was. Let's try that. Tedrick, you are absolutely the man. Welcome back. We'll see you again next week. Ladies and gentlemen. And back to the bucket we go. We have a one-word name. This is always interesting. It's either usually great or horrible. Anything can happen. Make some noise for Mitch, everybody. Here comes Mitch.
No one knows.
Alright, one more time for Mitch, everybody. As y'all can tell, I'm used to pulling out. So yeah, my name's Mitch. It's like Mitch, but with an M. That was my nickname all throughout school, and then finally I moved out of my dad's house. Yeah, he taught me that my nickname was a hand-me-down from my mom, right? But it's cool because my mom taught me that my nickname, or that my name is a hand-me-down from my dad. Because it's small. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so like,
nervous.
Hilltop,
We got this
all this about
girls.
Hilltop all access. So now we understand about it. Just
Speaking of which, I don't have much luck with the ladies, so I don't know why, but my parents could decide on one thing, and it was that I needed a hat. So they went ahead and went with the blue chew hat, right? I was like, Mom, Dad, how's that going to help me get laid? And they're like, well, because, women will read it and get super horny and then want to fuck you. I was like, how dumb do you think they are? And they're like, if they're fucking my son, dumb enough. Thank you, guys.
Override. Shot.
Let's talk about it. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Says,
about 2.5 years. Where at? San Marcos.
Gary don't
I moved to Boston, but I started having seizures, so it's like, oh shit, why'd you start having seizures? I think it's gabapentin. What's that? Describe it. For me, it was a nerve blocker. I got my back blown out.
sacrificial service, right? Like this initial service, we go for that. Even though this service has a lot of malachas in it, right? Carbon tummy, you chef the carbon tummy, right? We go ahead and we're putting the Torres on the coals, right? Marvelous, right? Kabbalah. We're doing a whole bunch of malachas. Temple service sets aside, overrides halachas of Shabbos. Marvelous, no Shabbos, go for also Ruach also. Override temple service. We're learning from the word so
It's 2023, and that's how long you've been on this medicine. Yeah, then I stopped taking it in July of this year, 28th birthday. Yes, otherwise I made it past 27. Okay. Got a lot of grown men celebrating their weird birthdays in this episode. Well, 27. Okay. If it can happen to them, it can happen to me. Innocent human on the stage, backpedaling every once in a while, strikes. He has no mercy for people that have a lot of seizures. You don't get into the 27 club if you go random bag. So you stop taking that medicine, and then how soon after the seizure starts? Like 2 weeks. Okay, yeah. And then what's that like?
Nazir is the coin double.
But the girl that was with me last night, like
a Nazir who is coin
why were you in a pile of blood? You hit your head or something? Shit, she just left you like that? She's felt fine. And then she went. She spoke about
sacrificial item. And what happens? I'm in base. This shama any bird that his sister might have plucked myself. When it goes mountains, you have to turn around and go back into Tamtam. Amrit, again,
you just mean regular weed. You're making a chip.
You can't become tummy for
some kind of
anyone.
weird Delta 8 or something.
Well, I have family in
so
watches that are in different states, and I want them
so I'm not about the same way, but you can't become tummy for a family member.
Smoking
You
marijuana
also
once in a
can't
while is going to be what
important is
on the
nice.
boot show.
I'm a Roma Allah also. That's what the consequence of for a sister. Also, the Ilmatame,
Okay. So you're sure that you had the seizure? She smoked your pot after that? But I mean, you're positive that she smoked pot after? She said, yeah, I left you, I smoked some pot, and I left.
Has a choice between
She said
this
that my cat,
what does he do?
was
Now watch
going,
this. Watch this. So now what we've established
like,
is all the
asked me,
same authority.
like,
What
I'm
we've
not
established
allowed text
is
messages.
this mitzvah
She woke her
overrides
cat, Timothy.
avoda,
Yeah.
and avoda
What?
is docha Shabbos. So
Like
what's
timid, courageous cat. Like courage, cowardly dog. I think I was just crazy.
I'm having a seizure right now.
Right? So therefore,
Okay,
again, right? So
let's
here's
just
what I
stop
have.
this. What did you do in the
I
army?
have ultimately
I was a
again.
forward observer, 13
I have right.
What exactly does that mean?
Mitzvah is built
Fire
avoda.
specialist, so like I
Avoda
would
is built for
give
Shabbos.
great
Therefore, the
coordinates
lashon
for
would be
field artillery,
that makes
and
mitzvah
then send
is
it
built
to
for Shabbos.
field
So
artillery,
therefore,
so they
again,
would
if
shoot
I'm
it.
on my way to shul on Shabbos,
No,
and
yeah,
I
this
go
was
ahead and I
back
say
in
this mitzvah,
2016
Allah
to
I should be
2020.
obligated to go ahead and carry the mitzvah. By the way,
Amazing. What do you do now, Mitch?
Right.
How do you survive?
So the Gemara says, Shabbos is avoda. So again, Shabbos is like avoda is built for Shabbos. Like avoda is built for
Oh, you get
Shabbos.
some seizures. Have you figured it out? When's the last time you had your last seizure?
3 months ago.
Okay, and what exactly happens? What is there something that like
That
tends to give you a
so this is
seizure?
the argument.
Yeah, it's
Now listen, I want to point out, this mitzvah is
Interesting.
not the built for
And
Shabbos.
how many
Right,
do you
it's not
think you
built
have?
for Shabbos. We don't bury anyone on
You
Shabbos.
always bite your
Right,
tongue.
and not
when you
makes
go
not
for
a regular
this.
person.
Yeah.
So I love when I say the Lord asking but I understand the logic.
How long do
Again,
they last?
it makes mitzvahs built for avoda, and avoda is built for
from what I'm
Shabbos,
told, a minute
then
to
this
3
mitzvah should be
minutes.
built for Shabbos.
Yeah.
Which we must
But,
come away with
I think it's from Gavin.
so built for Savoda.
Interesting. So this is an interesting thing the doctors are defending. The big pharmaceutical company directly to your face. But you never had a seizure before that, and you had one 2 or 3 weeks after quitting the medicine.
Now what is that?
They'll defend it. Right. All the way. Right. Interesting. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Me neither. But I find that also interesting. Things are coincidental. Yes. Okay. So, Mitch, give us another fun fact about your life. I used to work at a helicopter company. Not as a pilot or anything. I was a photographer. Okay. Yeah, so I take photos of people that were going on the helicopter. It's just south on 35. Okay. What's your love life like now, Mitch?
So let's say you have a coin, single.
Okay. You live by yourself? Yeah, I live by myself with my cat.
You don't say let him do
Cat, courageous cat. How long have you had this cat?
3.5 years. I got one every month. I got one out.
But that is different.
When you get a seizure when you're having sex,
we won't take him off
infinite energy.
Right? We won't stop him from the kilowatt level. So he started, we'll let him finish, but if he wants to start, we're not going to let him start.
Some people are into that.
So after they found out about it, I'm woken up with them, like just flashing light in my eyes at night.
My
first blood show in Mexico, but
Oh, really? Was it a brown shoe? Okay. What was that like?
Crazy. First time I've ever had a big bliss on. Yeah, it's like I don't even know how to continue life without it. Like maximum potential all times. Wow. After coming, still the vein is out.
When you woke up after that first night, were you wearing that jumpsuit thing?
So let's go ahead and say execution should also be built for Shabbos.
Mitch, anything else crazy about your life we should know about?
After all, why don't we say the following? Here we go.
I really like the lime scooters, and I've been getting back into
Temple service on Shabbos.
feeling like everything happens for a reason. I feel like the seizures were a good thing to have lucky because it taught me how to get out more and how to be more productive using the things around me.
Avoda is built for Shabbos, and execution is built for Avoda.
Keep writing, keep signing up.
Execution is
It'll
built
get
for
better.
Avoda,
Mitch, here's some
and
medium
Avoda is
sized
built
joke.
for Shabbos.
There you go,
Then
there
what?
goes Mitch,
And
everybody.
execution should be built for Shabbos as well.
Sometimes interviews just go back to seizures and the cat every once in a while. Is that thing in there good and deep, Heidi? Now it is, very good. The old tape the microphone. The old taping the microphone. Just how it all started in the beginning. 12.5 years ago, we were taping our microphones together, and now look, back at our roots. Nothing like one of the biggest shows in the world. And we have red duct tape. That's how you know we made it. Back when we first started, we just had regular old black duct tape. Okay, you guys still having fun out there? Back to the bucket we go. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sancho Pancho Villa. Sancho Pancho Villa.
There's one Morocco which is
A lot of people can't tell by looking at me, but I am a
very
veteran.
most Irish almost the same.
I used to look around gas,
So why
what
was
branch I was in,
Abara singled out?
but with
Why
every
was
gas,
it
my
singled
feelings
out?
kept getting hurt
So the Gemara said,
more and more. So I'll just tell y'all, I actually served 6 years in high school JROTC. I'm just kidding, I was only in high school for 4 years. No, I should also mention, after high school, I went and served in the Marine Corps for 4 years. Let's go, hoorah! Yeah. I was 5'3" when I went in, and then I came out at 5'1". So I lost 2 inches, were really battered. Now, there's a lot of disadvantages to being short, but some advantages to being short in the Marines. For instance, when I was walking through fields with tall grass, I didn't have to worry about snipers anymore.
In one hair look. like
I
in
wonder
one
how I have to keep my eyes peeled in the sky for like hawks.
moment, like one
Other
span of
large
time
birds.
that there's
Crazy story, a hawk actually tried to pick me up one time.
goes for loss.
It got like a foot and a half on the ground
I
before
borrowed a
dropping
lot
me. I guess Mother Nature was like, it's much closer. There you go, Sancho Pancho Villa.
Sancho Pancho Villa, I gotta tell you, dude, you are one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my entire life. I didn't know that baked potatoes could do comedy. This is absolutely adorable. How old are you? 31 years old. Have you ever accidentally, you look like you would accidentally like roll down a hill or something like that. Do you roll? You're ball shaped. Yeah, whenever I was over in Texas, I gotta be careful. It's like very easy for me to be top heavy. You have to be scared of two kinds of ice. That's incredible. Sancho Pancho Villa, absolutely amazing. Did the kids used to bully you and make you a soccer ball at any point?
And I've all got override.
Nah, most of the kids in my high school were the same height as me.
Amazing. Amazing. So what do we call you? Are you considered, what are you?
I'm just a regular 5'1" Mexican.
Okay, alright. I guess it's the width that kind of makes you that good. Yeah, you seem a little, that's right, man. It's also my eyes. You guys are shaped the same. He's just slightly taller than you. Old Sancho Pancho Villa over here. So tell us about your life, Sancho. Is that your real name, Sancho Pancho?
It's a nickname, so Sancho the Turtle
Whenever the color uses the
Yes, I do. Why do you go by that? Whenever I sort out a lot, I used to like sleep around with like committed women, so.
Really? You mentioned this last time. You're like proud of like fucking guys' wives and shit like that.
I'll be behind everyone when they're home, huh? I can get out most average size windows. 5'1",
Windows is an ongoing theme in this episode. I don't remember this from your last time. Remind us, how many married women do you think you've slept with in your life? If you had to guess, just a ballpark.
Not to be specific, but probably like 18.
Wow. So this is what you're into specifically as married women.
Well, I'm not into that much anymore.
Can you fucking imagine, by the way? Can you fucking imagine? Like, what would Tyrell imagine? Just for a second, imagine you fucking, you pull into your place early fork one day, and you see this fucking human pillow crawling out of a fucking window. This Tempur-Pedic Tommaso over here. This fucking little softy Sancho. This little fucking Garbanzo. What do you think about him? It's almost like karma took it out on him in real time. You're gonna fuck 18 man woman? Fly one. That's it. Yeah. Another deal. You wanna be a side piece? You'll be a wife.
I would have said, no,
Goodness gracious. So when's the last time you slept with a married woman?
Oh man, that's me specific. Like 3 months ago.
Wow. So like, where did you find this woman? Give us an example. We want to walk a day in the life of Sancho Pancho Villa. Yeah, how do you do it?
Stepmother usually
Now give us the real tea here.
like hanging out, just like a little bar scene.
Aber nur Bescheid. Shooting only during the week, but not on Shabbos. Oh, and now that's the Shabbos. Maybe even on Shabbos,
just hanging out, drinking,
well, no, no, again, the Torah says,
just
you
trying
got
to be
to find all the damsels. But why you got to run your so I do say those of them, the Fukas Mishpat, the Torah say them, the Homos say them. You should be for you a statute of law. The Ozer is Homos say them, Naman, they
it's mostly ghetto boy.
Shabbos is also eating a part that teaches you about establishing
So
courts,
3 months ago was the
establishing
last one.
where you're supposed by David and the Shabbos by Shabbos prohibitions.
Exactly
Because
3
what?
months. How
The
did you
same
find out?
prohibitions that apply for Shabbos individuals Like the butt they did. And therefore, again, the basin is not allowed to execute on Shabbos. Therefore, the Torah says that you will find all over the shovels. That's remember again, I don't want Rosh Hashanah by Shabbos. Why? The Shabbos is a thing on the Kappa. Keep on the individual. Anything on the Kappa, the individual, I don't start with Kushar. Why do you want to say them? I'm saying because that shouldn't apply to what they did. Therefore, basing is not allowed to execute. So they'll say, stop, but we're not finished with this yet.
And so, yeah, I was like, hey, girl, like, how you doing? You alright? Looks like you're sad.
And what did she say?
And she was just like, oh, my baby daddy be tripping. And she was like, oh, he's out with my car right now and he left me here and I don't know where he's at. And I was like, looks like you could use another beer. What are you drinking, Modelo? She was like, yeah. And I was like, alright, cool.
And then what?
So then, after a few more Modelos, I was
all right, we'll say good morning. Good morning. Let us begin. Begin by thanking all of our sponsors for this morning. Here to thank our Commodore sponsors.
So then from there, we went to a hotel, and I had tequila as well, and my cooler.
For Tashin Tehe, 5785, the Tilson Mishpach, we're dedicating all the children and drugs this year, as is supposed to be so supposed to on Israel. Our Commodore sponsors for the month of Tehe Sapa Alvin and the Tov of the coming Papa. We're dedicating all the children and drugs in memory of Amit Ben David Levi Zifon Bracha, brother of Itay Levi, who was killed in Gaza on the first night of Hanukkah. We have been trying to provide Aliyah for his Neshama, Chama for his family. We dedicate them, and of course, in the support of all of our precious happiness, we have to try to bring them home, the Shalom and the Karov. And may the Baruch allow our holy soldiers to be successful, the whole Na'aseh. With that, let us begin. We have a lot to do today. Today's afternoon,
Shit, so you're like a master of this craft.
We left off of Rabbi Meir.
I'm 80 times.
He's doing place big. For him, yeah, exactly. 400 square feet, it's a mansion. He looks at an elevator like, dang!
And enjoy it.
It's a suite at the Holiday Inn Express.
So remember again,
My personal bed's a full size, but I still have to do a few rolls to get out.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Rabbi Meir, I have stuff to us.
Yeah, let's see exactly.
I have stuff to us. The whole 8 night actually. What is Rabbi Meir do with that phrase? Stuff to us.
It's like episode
You guys look like mascots for human trafficking. Or if you stand there too long, he's going to be asking you why you look so sad. Wow, Sancho Pancho Villa. I am going to give you what appears to be I can't remember, how was the set? Was it okay? So, I'm going to give you what appears to be a huge joke book. It's a massive joke book. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Sancho Pancho Villa.
We're not going to cloudy tape. Why? Because we're not going to cloudy tape.
We're going to go wrangle that person. In the meanwhile, we have a special treat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, there's a little
indication. I'm not doing me.
Alright, hold on a second, because we have a special treat, everybody. This is this man's first time ever doing stand-up comedy. This is a good friend of ours. The countless
interestingly enough, so the idea here is fascinating. When it comes to
found
the
friendship
you only
with
get
one
to
of
see
the newest Texans,
at
the great,
certain hours during
powerful.
the day when the sun is
Well,
just
I guess we'll just get to it. We'll talk about it in the interview portion. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kill Tony debut, and his first time doing stand-up, a special treat. This is the debut of Make Some Noise for Jedi, everybody. This is Jedi.
So I love for myself that only applies to the gun. It doesn't apply to the as much as it's juxtaposition between the gun.
How are you guys doing?
And Saras, so when Saras you only look at during certain times of day, this concept is not applied by kids. Even going to adjudicate a case, even on a very cloudy day.
Let me finish. We're expecting a child to come out with some serious allegations against him. And I think this child has some pretty strong kids. I'm just kidding, I'm not married.
During the day, you can go ahead and
But I would get married.
during the
I
day
mean,
you
I've been
can
looking
go
for some
ahead
love out
and
here.
divide up
It just seems like the women here, they're older women, junior high. Hey, wait a second. I wasn't going to tell those jokes, but I actually am looking for a woman. I'm looking for a woman. She has to, listen, because I talk a lot. She also has to mix it up in the bedroom a little bit. Maybe start on her back, maybe move to her stomach, maybe her knees. We'll see. Also, wow. But if I could leave you with one thing, it's just that not all middle-aged single men without children are pedophiles. Because a lot of us are. Thank you so much. Take it away, Red Man.
Jedi, specializing in pedophilia jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Gambling it all on pedophile jokes tonight for his debut set. So Jedi, first of all, how about one more time for Jedi? Why don't you tell these fine people, Jedi, what you do for work?
I work with the wonderful Mr. Woody Harrelson. My brother.
The great Woody Harrelson, who just so happens to be a newfound fan of Kill Tony and one of the coolest people in the world. And you've been his stand-in. So when they're setting cameras and doing everything that they have to do for Woody Harrelson, he doesn't have to be there for that. You get to just be there.
Yeah, that's me. 25 years they've been hanging out together. He's basically family to me. And I love him so much. Solid cat.
So, Jedi, what made you want to start stand-up here tonight?
I just kind of like you need to go, Kill Tony. I mean, I do this every day on the set with cameras in front of me. 25 years I've heard you need to understand. Not funny when somebody can tell jokes, but I mean, I don't know. I'm here.
Well, great. I love it. What made you commit to purely pedophile jokes here tonight?
Okay, so again, it's quite a fascinating answer. Again, remember, the primary topic of the conversation to highlight was this concept that female novelist monitor law should be adjudicated by day and to be ruled on by night, right? Furthermore, again, it's day. There is no need for any type of waiting
Jedi is the life of the party when everyone's hanging out, and I'm telling you, Woody and his whole crew knows how to have a lot of fun, energy, and marijuana and tequila, and it turns into a lot of fun every time we hang out, and you're always the first time I'm finding out about your...
It's a joke.
No, I know. I knew legally I had to say that in So Jedi, tell us, what's something crazy that you've seen out there, while filming? It's got to be a crazy job. It sounds like a show that hasn't been made yet, like stand-in. It's like a fun fact, part of the crew is McConaughey's stand-in, and you are like buddies. You guys hang out, and you kind of look like Woody, and he kind of looks like McConaughey.
Well, and essentially, again, it's incredible. We make a lot of jokes about these guys all the time. It's like we're doing our own show with these cats. It's pretty awesome. You guys are gonna love the show. It's called Brothers. It's gonna be on Apple TV. I don't have Apple TV, so I won't see it. But it's pretty fun. And these guys, I mean, I have so many stories. I don't have every single ever one of it. I want to keep working. It's probably best to with a lot of standing around. Woody's, he's playing hacky sack or looking for a color book or something. And I think he's giving me a statistics of a Texas football game.
I was on the sideline with them on Friday night, Texas versus Texas A&M, and it was a lot of fun. Me, those two, the governor, rolling around, popping wheelies, touchdowns, and shit. It was an incredible, it's an incredible thing. What do you marijuana planner? Do you smoke weed?
I smoke a lot of weed. I'm gonna do a little plug. Woody's a store called The Woods in West Hollywood. It's out of control. I mean,
remember the concept that was put by top for art, high special top artists, and they were so almost like 35 realizing that they're so almost in Russia, in Russia, not understand. Remember, the fucking constant says the Moshe gathered up all of the heads of the nation and punished them. I understand. People sin. Why are the heads of the nation held responsible? So much I'm not responsible. But suppose by the way, what's the part of that? Right? If the people sin, why is the leadership responsible? Because that's what leadership is. Right?
People have to want you to be around them. You have to have a good energy and stay positive all the time, right?
Like, even if I was
crazy. I was working on a show called Will and Grace. I don't know if you remember that. And
you never saw. You don't have a TV.
Will and Grace is coming out.
One of the most profound pieces, at least of the Jewish
We're a little behind. Oh shit! I can go Will and Grace jokes forever.
So again, things go out.
First night I want to stay.
Go out.
Not ended until you're just getting started, Jedi. But how'd you meet
Again, it's not always a reflection of the leader, but you have to treat it as if it is on his leadership. But again, you know what to see if there's something deeper involved in it. When you come out, all right, from the Moshe, all of the fucking interesting. So here, when Hashem says to Moshe, it's called Moshe Aham. What Hashem was actually telling Moshe Rabbeinu was, gather the people, gather the heads of the nation, and establish everything. Set up courts. Now, why is setting up courts? Setting up courts in order to adjudicate the old people who worship the holy Zorah. We want quick and expeditious judgment. So the Gemara says, my time, what's the reason? Even if we should have done it, remember, there was
lucky enough to smoke with all the big smokers, right?
This already came to Moshe Rabbeinu. Just a couple weeks ago, from the Shmos. So what's going on over here? Why? Very interesting. Must have Moshe Rabbeinu to set up extra courts. Now, why was there a need for extra courts? Maybe you'll say,
on Friday night, we ended up gravitating to the sideline
maybe these is not allowed to adjudicate two capital cases in one day. So here, what do we have? We have over here a number of members.
It's a giant vape pen. I don't even know where it came from. I hit it twice. I handed it back. And he goes,
where's idolatry? So now what's the issue? The issue is what are you going to say? There's a court system. You can't have more.
No, I did it. He's kind of like, come on, buddy. What do you hear? It's like, oh, God.
More pressure. Set up more courts.
And I did.
Says, well, second,
Almost immediately. Afterwards, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Can't court adjudicate
You guys in a little bit, and I got lost
that's
outside
only
Texas
if
Stadium for about 20-25
again,
minutes.
it's too
I was
different.
outside, back inside,
How
outside,
did
and
I get
it was crazy, and I'm a grown-ass man.
about the Misa
This is how good I smoke
section.
every single thing
Hello from the Misa.
continuously.
You have two of the same
It's
type
very
of
tricky.
case. In other words, two of the same
So,
crime, the same capital
Jedi,
crime.
let me ask you
Those
this.
can happen. Here, I would just tell you, so you get almost right across. You get in the fish, in the dollars. It's our insult, Shema, Lo, Yet, Pursue, the Hospital. So this is remember, you've already seen before that really based.
What do you do? What do you?
So maybe one of the two different types of capital cases. So, hello for the nice Love the nice so the Gemara said, "Al Misha Achas Tanin Elo Today." So the Gemara said, "Elo Kedish Yashav Hara Achisa." So love the nice the Gemara said, "This is not a problem with one case judging both cases. Why? Allah is basically judge both capital cases when they are the same type of case.
So
That's
this
the
Asian
limit.
taco,
So why the need for
how
extra
exactly
butter
where did you meet this
over
girl
here?
at?
So which the Gemara says the answer is
Okay, just like the great
in order
state
to
of
go ahead
Texas.
and allow for the nice
Somewhere between El
expedite the
Paso and
judgment,
Corpus
so that
Christi.
the liberty again that the
You
back
matter.
of the Sparkle
Okay,
should
and what did
be
you learn
incredible.
that day?
Look
Was
at
that your
Rashi.
first station?
Rashi says over here, Allah,
What did
the
you
move
learn?
from Zah, the Yashav Haran Ach, the Shakli Sparkle, Russian, Ulamasukim, the Davar, and the Canada Corville. We'll say it's very interesting. How do you take away the
You pay for a 30-minute massage?
It's not like they send you any remedy, remedy. Do whatever you can to expedite to as expeditiously deal with the problem as possible. Whereas how you take care of divine wrath, fix the problem. Fix the problem.
Jedi,
That's
you
how you
made
take
your
care of divine wrath.
Kiltony
And
debut.
therefore, again, if I want to rest my life, what's the best way to remedy divine wrath? Go and set up as many fucking things as you can, so the cases can be adjudicated, judgment is taken out, and you need to solve. That's a such a profound mistake. When you're getting forward,
Maybe when Brothers comes out on Apple TV, when do you think that's
but
coming out?
that's not real. That's not real divine wrath. It's not real He gets upset with us when we don't fix the problem. That's the walking around just
Maybe we'll be able to
so
talk Lydia
sometimes in
McConaughey
life, I'm
into
not
joining us on panels
as
sometime.
you
Who
get older,
knows?
I recognize 90
Make some noise for your next bucket.
I know
Ryan
exactly
Shields,
what
everybody.
the problem
Ryan
is.
Shields.
So what's the issue? The issue is I'm just not ready, brave, strong enough to fix it.
Thank you.
And that's where divine wrath sets.
So I raised my kids in the suburbs of San Antonio. And when my daughter first started dating, one of her friends let it slip that her boyfriend was in a gang. I said, no, he's not.
Decisive
He lives in the
action to
cul-de-sac.
remedy that which is broken. And if you fail to do that,
First time I met the kid, I looked at him and was like, who are you repping, the lactose intolerant kings?
fix it, that becomes unforgivable.
I
Incredible.
take your weed allergy and get the
All right,
fuck out
let's
of
go
here.
back to it. Says the Gemara. Dine Mamanis going
All
Bobayo.
I'm saying
So
is
it
if
says,
you
remember
can't
again,
process
Dine
dairy or
Mamanis
multigrains,
law
I'm not
is
afraid of you.
adjudicated and the verdict can be delivered.
Yeah,
that
fuck off,
day
Tanner.
as
I
well.
will end you with a milkshake
Meaning
and a
that
bagel right
cautious,
now.
like capital cases,
Like, and I see this all the time, and it needs to stop. I don't know who needs to tell them. Maybe it's me, but look,
like you can give it at night,
how are you supposed to
not
be
wait
for
till
these
the next
streets
day.
with peanut allergies and autism?
Wait till the next day in order to go ahead and make sure the patient has sufficient time to
I know some of you ladies are still worried about
says
walking
to
along the park or
so
going to your
Dine
car
Mamanis
at night.
Not
Just start moisturizing with peanut oil.
over here. From where do we know that Allah
Yeah, take
we
his
don't
breath
deliver
away.
the verdict on capital cases till the next day?
If that doesn't
Or
work,
the
I just put dad voice. I just go, hi. They freeze to activate their autism.
the Atamaras.
And it's like seeing the tiger that would go in.
All right, Ryan Shields, welcome to the show, Ryan. All right.
Give it up for a stand-in
So
for a
really
fat
again,
creepy fuck.
Malaysi Mishpat Sedek.
Yeah, somehow you make Jedi look like Dave Chappelle.
So how do you go ahead
That's
and
incredible.
ensure
Ryan, how long have you been on stand-up?
that
About
said
14 years.
Mishpat Sedek
14
does
years.
is fully
Holy shit,
that
man.
it's
Wow,
Malay? How?
that's crazy. Where at? In the Liver King's
What is
backyard?
Yalomba? What is Yalomba? Verily, sleep on it.
Where have you
Sleep on
been
it,
doing stand-up
or
for
really
14
better
years?
for you.
Oh, I'm out of San Antonio.
Delay
Okay,
it.
out of San Antonio. That's where you've always lived?
Yata Miratz. Because if you don't do this,
Ari, what do you want to say?
again, it's like
No,
you're
no,
leading
no,
to
no.
bloodshed.
No, it's okay.
Here's
Do
the
it.
word
It's okay.
and we go ahead
It
and
was a Liver King
read
joke.
the verdict
You said
on
it,
the
then
capital
fuck
case.
off.
Rabbi
I
Amar,
got
Rabbi
nervous
says
and
here, Ash issue Chametz.
Okay. Ryan, what do you do for a living?
I do stand-up.
Ashu Chametz. What does
Damn it, that's
Chametz mean?
exactly what I was
Ashu
hoping you
Dayan
wouldn't say.
Shemekhanim
So,
Tzitzit.
was that just a rough set?
Yeah, that usually goes a lot better. I think I just led into it weird. It's more of a lead up to it, but you know,
Okay.
You delay.
Yeah, here we are.
You delay. Right?
Here
You
we
carry.
are, Ryan.
So praiseworthy
14 years.
Ashu
Do you think you have like a better joke that you could have done instead?
Ultimately,
Yeah.
praiseworthy
Is there like a
judge.
banger of a joke that you have after 14 years?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Shields. Try it again. 14 years.
What's the other man?
I've been hanging out with these young comedians, so they get me to try this new shit. Like I've tried
The
no
mitzvah
no
comes
free
your way.
deodorant.
Do not allow it to become chametz.
It doesn't work.
So
And the
isn't it
problem
fascinating?
is
So in general,
deceptive.
halacha
It's
is
like
whatever
you put
comes
it on
away,
as
whatever
soon
you
as
put
you
right,
shower, like,
don't
oh, that does smell like
have.
coconuts.
And yet here,
And then like 4
ashu
hours later,
dayin
like, well, those
shemechametz
coconuts
is
have turned.
kilo. So apparently there's only
I think I
one
found
thing
out
in
the
life
rum
which
is
is
gone.
supposed to not to become chametz,
So I'm gonna
and
ride
that's
back to
judgment.
aluminum. I know it's bad
That's
for you. I know
judgment.
RFK's
Let's say
like,
a very profound episode.
I don't give a
That
shit.
for everything else in life, alacrity is the key.
I can use
Jesus
a touch
is
of
the
the
key.
tism. I'm
One
fine.
thing
Like, I could be
don't
in the
be
train.
sorry, and that is
Yeah, it's better than the other trains I've been a
again,
part of.
we just apply this for our own lives. Everything else in life,
Look, I was an engineer on that train. All right, I don't take
when it
something
comes to
weird.
passing judgment on other
That's where you
people,
want to be. You want to be an engineer on those
Ashraf
trains.
dayin
You do
shemechametz
not
is
want to be a
don't
caboose.
be so quick to judge.
You're pushing a lot of loads in front
Let
of
it
you.
sit a little bit. Make sure you actually talking about. Try to gather all of the facts. Right,
How
avoid
much money are you
costs.
making a year doing stand-up?
A year?
Vida,
About 50.
the Rabbi will say, Ashu chametz, what does this
And
mean?
you love it.
Ashu chametz,
You do.
below
You would never do
chametz.
anything
The other
else.
thing he says, or another interpretation also is,
Do you have any like
literally
side
against
hustles or
praiseworthy
anything
is
like
the
that?
one
Oh, I do
who
a
is the
podcast.
abused
I
party
do
and not the
act a little
aggressor.
bit.
What have you acted in?
Rashi points out that
There's a
that
little
when a
show
case
for
is
my
in
local
session,
landman.
so they should try to
Okay,
make sure
you've
to
been on
advocate
Landman,
for the
yeah,
victim.
okay.
In other
For
words,
37
that tries to
seconds,
go
I'm
ahead
in
and
it, so I'm
address
down
the
it.
victim
Okay.
before one addresses
Well,
the
you have a
victim.
little
That's
cheering
Vida.
section
I
there.
release
The point
Mishpat
appears to be
Ma'aveh. What does that
mentally ill
mean?
hillbillies.
Mishpat. So if you got a lot of
Brian, tell us something wild about your life that would surprise us.
Cold kindness.
Wild? You
just had a colonoscopy. I don't know if that's wild.
Oh, Randy just had his first colonoscopy.
Let's say this is
You
incredible.
guys are colonoscopy
I'm
brothers.
fascinated. You're asking fascinating.
Let me tell you, it sucks when I was getting mine done and they're wheeling you down the hallway with all the nurses and doctors.
Now, most of us in Shinai, you may see Mishpat
You're really doing it, Red
was
Man.
some
And
point out
fucking
to look at that. So it's called kindness. You do it how you believe in kindness. Lasos tzedakah. So how you in there and you slow the in
funny. You're really doing it, Red Man. That is so fucking funny.
What came out of your ass?
JRES, like, do you go to like a special private doctor? Right. That's amazing. What did he say? Does he go to a special doctor? I guess he's like a dentist. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, these are the, like, you can't eat the few days before, right?
24 hours, yeah. It's cool because you have I would have loved to have seen that reality show.
Shit. This is one of the most difficult things we've ever done in this.
Red Man was like the old lady in Requiem for a Dream, like the kitchen's just like all over everywhere.
bread and dates. About
Birds are like
easy to
shaking.
eat, but again, sorry,
Just cereal boxes spilling themselves out of the bowl.
not ready to
The bread.
eat food, yes, level. But there's no culpability for that. So it's
Just
really
floating all the garden breadsticks
but
in the
again,
air.
just to kind of keep on track,
Just Alfredo sauce pouring out of the kitchen sink.
Just to keep on track. Remember, for our purposes, what we begin to see over here is that
Oh,
Allah
that's
for my
amazing.
son,
How did you
the
make it through
capital
that
cases,
24 hours
did
time?
only
It really
started
sucks.
by
It was her
brain,
buddy's birthday party, Matt.
not delivered at
This great idea, like,
as
oh, you know,
opposed to
I can drink
started
tonight,
by
let's
day,
get wasted
but
tonight.
part of
And then I thought I could eat in the morning, and then I read when I got home couldn't. So I
we
had
don't
a
want the
hangover
verdict
and
to be
couldn't eat anything. I was
Again,
actually,
if the
I
patient's going to
chewed stuff
exonerate,
and just spit it out in the trash can.
but assuming that you're not necessarily set on examination, you have to wait for the next
I never had a thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. I've never heard anyone microdose food before. That's crazy.
What they want them to find is if they want them to do it, verdict, and therefore you're
I
going to
almost just fainted right then. That is the most Red
Let's go back.
Man thing
Peacock
I think I've ever heard. And they give you all this
As a
medicine,
result
so
of
you just shake
this,
yourself every
not
like
that
5
we know,
minutes. Hold on. Let's
any
go back.
kind of
What
going
type
to
of food
have
were you
capital
chewing?
case. You're
It's
looking at
spitting out.
what minimum duration?
Leftovers
2
from the
days.
place, it was like a steak.
2 days. Right? That's hands up.
Chewing
It
it,
doesn't have to be
drinking the
that way. Right?
juice,
Cases going to
and
exonerate.
then
You can
I made a
exonerate
peanut
that
butter
day.
jelly
But the
sandwich
nice
and
one, whenever
spit
you
it out.
begin a capital case, that's what it
Yeah.
is. Minimum of 2 days. As a result of that,
I had a lot of ice.
just
Swallow the ice.
on Erev Shabbos for Erev Yom.
Oh,
Right? Because
God.
again, you can't go.
Oh,
We'll
it's
see why.
so
You can't go
funny.
Shabbos, can't go to them.
God,
That's not
that's
like
amazing.
these are ain't got it. They're 100%. Therefore, you don't keep the capital cases on
He had a little
and then
shrimp.
Shabbos or Erev Yom.
He had a little. There's no
So
peanut
you
butter.
my time, but what's the this? This is a little extra because we can't structure a proper legal process if you're starting on an aircraft. So hey, people, so what should we do? Like how should we play this? The dynamic is not this shop stuff. So for example, let's say you begin to let's say you have this limited execution junction. Now basically what do you start on Friday? So start on Friday. Let's go. The dynamic amount of shops up. The liberating the team of amount of shops up. So let's say you start on Friday. These are finish on Friday. Right? If it's start on Friday.
Maybe it's just the pressure, maybe your time makes a little bit off. It just wasn't great. He wasn't connecting here tonight, but sign up again. Come back. It's a short drive from San Antonio. Ryan Shields, very interesting. Ryan Shields, wow. It's just 14 years on.
You would have seen
and there we go. We ended up talking about your colonoscopy for half this interview. All right, let's do this. This will be our final bucket full of the night. We're in overtime here. Make some noise for Matthew LaCour, everybody. Matthew.
Friday ended on Friday. You can't do that. Why? Now, again, that could work. Technically, right.
I was on my kitchen for a practical plate. I'll never forget. I was walking down the hall to my bunk pile. That's it.
So therefore, again, just shots. Okay. So that's what the suddenly says the dynamic the knowledge shops up. Or the shops up. The link to label shops up. So fine. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and begin the day. Right? Begin right. Adjudicating case. On Friday. And what's the worst case scenario? If you find it, deliver the guilty verdict on Shabbos and execute them on Shabbos. Execute them on Shabbos. Which we might say, no. Ein Ritzicha Lo Chas HaShabbos. We don't execute on Shabbos. Let's say, I want to answer that again. The same example, what's that again? Are you allowed to deliver a verdict even on the same section on Shabbos? It's something so interesting.
I never told
How long it is, how long it is. You need the Oraisa. You need
what are we talking about?
You need Torah on Shabbos. Why? It's one of the zeros lest you come to receive them, lest you come to write it. Like, same way that that's supposed to be done. Business section. Business discussion. There's a whole bunch of zeros lest you come to write on Shabbos. So interestingly enough, adjudicating experts on Shabbos, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good job on it. That doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. Obviously, again, that level of legislation wasn't yet in effect. It's just fascinating. So therefore, again, Gemara says, okay, so let's adjudicate the case on Shabbos. Let's begin the case on Friday. One of two things can happen. If we find it in the same on Friday, and if there's a reason for the judgment told Shabbos, and you go ahead and have the capacity for guilty on Shabbos.
So that's the second employee from Cap City tonight. How do you like working up there at the domain?
That's cool. Trying to do everything that I can to get as close as I can. Honestly, I get to watch comedians. Yeah, to be a dog guy, I was doing it to watch comedians. It's awesome.
Son and I were door guys at the Comedy Store. It's just fun.
Any young comedians is the number one thing how you get closest to the comedy. I mean, of course you can do open mics, but you can only learn so much. We've got 14 years in, so
still in our
so you
can learn from professional comedians. Yeah, they get good comedians.
So adjudicate the case on Friday.
Sometimes, how do you get on stage at Cap City? Do you sometimes
No, we just said before.
that's like the bonus.
By game.
Also,
By game. Okay. So liberate
like the
the
Comedy
shots
Store
up.
has
Liberate the
rooms.
shots up.
In those rooms, all have comedians
That's
during
right.
15
Deliver
minutes
the
even.
verdict.
But 16 comedians in one room, 14 in another, and 8
Nice to
in
go. right?
And then they
So
let's
let's do that.
three of those rooms,
Do that.
do it all
First
again.
no.
Whereas Cap City probably only has
So
one,
we're going to talk about this. It is the
two
concept
comedians,
of
2 rooms.
really dim.
There's an opener, a feature, and a headliner, right? That's a great show, pretty much.
Where
were you, guys? Tell us, we don't know.
The notion
I was
is
a tour guide,
fascinating.
short-lived comics lounge
The
in
notion
Australia.
that we're going to
I was
judge
a tour
the
guide at another club in
given his
Vancouver.
guilty verdict on Shabbos and
I remember Yuck Yucks, and I've been to the comics lounge
That's
many
that
times.
just
The comics lounge didn't work out so much. I had enough to work. I was watching too
So
much
I
comedy.
just want to point out how fascinating
You were once on a show many moons
No,
in Melbourne,
Australia.
Australia, and you were randomly on that show.
And also that night was one of those magical nights where, somebody was missing and he was smoking weed in the back. It was cool.
Perfect. It all worked out for you. It was awesome. Matthew, tell us something crazy about your life, your real life, that we would find interesting or compelling. You were on the show once before. You've had enough time to think about a second interview on this show. You're in it right
Actually,
now.
we competed in Thursday Night Jiu-Jitsu. You look like you get some the ear stuff. When I did Jiu-Jitsu, that was the only thing I didn't get. I really want the fucking ears. What the fucking cauliflower? You just smash your ear between I know. I actually tried to get my smash it right my ears. It's so fucking bad. I love those ears. Thank you. It's all for show.
Don't we do a podcast with Brett Cowan?
And that way, again, that's usually everything. That way you have stuff
Don't ever disrespect me. Oh, I can't
well, Gemara says,
You should chew that joke up and spit it out.
But you came out and you did like, you went straight into material, and it was like multiple.
And then
The
there's
last joke
Shabbos
was,
in
of course, the mic,
And
such a
remember again,
fucking
they're not
mishap.
picking it
But
up
it's
again
not the
until
voice that
Sunday.
happens. There's
Because
heckles,
the
there's
judges are
whatever.
going to
So
forget
you have
the
to adapt to
irrational.
that. Sometimes,
I
when
thought
you
that
come
was
out here,
incredible.
there's a
I
lot
thought
of
that was
pressure.
so fun.
And sometimes it's good to leave a
Because
beat of silence before you go into material.
the different
Cognitive functions. Get accustomed
there's
to what you look
stenographers
like. So
who
sometimes
write
if you
down
just
all the police writes everybody down
it's a cognitive function. It's like, I think I have some
all being
so
recorded.
sometimes if you go
Like
straight into
Gemara
it, you
says,
miss the
never
first
zero
joke.
habit
And I
is
get it.
terrible.
You want to get it out.
He,
Get
the
it out.
Puma
Sometimes
remember again, what are the
silence is more
stenographers? What are the
important
scribes?
information
What do they write?
That is
They
very,
write
very true.
that which
And
the
like
judges
there's a whole thing of,
listen to this.
you want to get
But
as many
the
jokes as you
ish,
can out, but you sometimes you just gotta
but
go in your
ultimately,
head.
again,
My
what's
mom
in my
got
heart
a big
belongs to
laugh.
me.
It was after
What's
the
in my heart belongs to me. I
meow.
wasn't this is face to be back
Yeah,
in 2
fair.
months.
That's
Lady
true.
Mars leading her up is leave the
Okay,
she
so
and she, which
Matthew,
means
I'm gonna be
that
honest.
which is in the
Jiu-jitsu,
art
that
can be
jacket,
forgotten. Now,
it
what that
kinda
is,
seemed
the Gemara says, is that
like you could have
part
some real
of judgment.
douchebag qualities.
It's what the
to
judge
it.
articulates, right? And what he
Give us an
articulates
example
with not
of
facts.
what the
But then
douchiest
part of
thing
the
about you
judgment,
is.
by definition, also has to be what? It has to be what? Like, a little bit like what you're feeling with kishes. And
So
that,
talk about it.
can't
So you were married,
and yet,
and then what
that
happened?
is absolutely part
Marriage
and
was
parcel
going
of
well,
the
and then
judicial
I met
process.
this beautiful
So
yoga
the
teacher
issue
that
just
fucking
is
broke my heart.
stenographers
Okay,
can
so
write down
did you take her yoga class?
whatever
Or
the
did you
judge
meet her at?
articulates.
We
They
were actually
can't
working
write
together.
down
I had just
what's in
gotten
the
out of the
kitchen.
military, and
But what's in the kitchen is
she
also
was a
necessary.
swim coach.
Sometimes by the time it gets to Sunday,
At a
and
gym.
now again, a Sunday morning, they're
You were a
revisiting the
lifeguard.
verdict again, or
She was a
revisiting
swim
the case.
And then what
Unfortunately,
happened?
the judge may have forgotten certain things,
We
and that
gave
would
each other the
compromise
across the pool.
the effectiveness of the judgment. So we don't want that kind of
And
delay.
then,
Also just point out
you know,
that you
things
read that phrase
happened.
in
I
the
ended up
Rashi
being honest
says
with
over
my
here,
wife. I did
Rashi says, liba the
And,
inchi, liba the inchi lo kasvi,
Afterwards?
va'ava gav shezak lo
anything
yisod
that's over
hakan,
until
yishkach
me and my wife
mibo
divorced.
yishubo
So you
mikamo,
said to your wife,
v'yochel
you
yashlo
go,
l'sei
"Look,
stamagor."
I've been
So
given
again,
eyes
what's
to
the way
a
he
swim
was understanding
instructor.
over here is what's in the heart, liba the
Yeah.
inchi, what's in the
And the
person's heart,
instructor, no, you're
inchi,
married to.
he forgot,
Yeah.
he forgets, he
Yeah.
forgets.
That's hard.
So you can also read the phrase, liba the
I
inchi,
love that.
inchi.
She's like, oh,
What's
my
in your heart
Yeah.
is yours.
Your
Is yours.
wife
No one else knows what is in
you were gonna leave her.
Yeah, I was in love with someone.
And then how were you in love?
So number
if you
one,
had
number
never
one,
done it?
Because I was
sometimes you see
24
people do things,
retarded.
right?
Okay. And now, how old are you?
32.
32 and
And
retarded.
you are ready to go
So,
ahead and judge them.
how
Understand. You never
long
know what's
after you told your wife? So you started
You never know
hooking up
what's
with a swim
happening
instructor
with
shortly
And if
thereafter.
you operate with
And
general
how long did
principle,
that last?
that I think what people are
About
good,
3
we're good.
3 months. And then what happened? You said she broke your heart.
Yeah.
How did she break your heart?
She decided to stay with her husband.
You see what
Wow.
that you see
God, this is
as
so
character
hot.
chances are
Amazing. This is so hot.
This story is a 151 Mexican week.
Yeah,
These are
perfect.
the issues.
I was just gonna say.
It's happening inside of a
Sancho
person's heart.
Pancho
Only
B
they
is
know
gonna
about
be
no one
finding the
else knows.
shallow end of that
There's
pool
another
real quick.
No one
Yeah,
knows.
if your wife is banging, dude, and you show up and it's this guy, cauliflower, you're a douchebag, then you're like, I get it. But Pancho?
Yeah.
Fucking Pancho!
She's gonna be sipping that backseat tequila any day now.
No one knows that you're having a difficult time.
And then,
Unless
like, what? Now you have no life, no new love.
No, I'm with somebody and
So that's
same
how much
relationship, yeah.
relationships
Do you regret leaving your wife at the time for
people
her?
who
Do you
love
think
very
I
much
regret the way I
expect us to know how they are
24.
feeling,
Yeah, 24.
even though they
Yeah, I
don't
was somebody.
articulate how they're
Did you save anybody's lives
Remember, you are
as a
angry
lifeguard?
with the second
I mean, I
Hey, so the only way someone can know how
Fun
you're
fact,
feeling
not a lot of people know this. The world's worst lifeguard of all time, Dean Madness, ladies and gentlemen.
But remember,
Not only is he blind, but he also
your
definitely
heart is
can't
yours.
swim.
And you don't want to
Is that right, Dee?
Incredible. Okay, let's go like this. Different hill path. We're going to listen to just all different possibilities. And therefore, hill path for action. So now we understand by the Mishnah said that you can't adjudicate the capital things on a side on a Friday. Essentially, again, there's no way to have this fun out on a Saturday. Incredible.
Shut your motherfucking mouth.
I'm really excited to be open. Hey, Russ Mason is a dope chance to come. Listen, now, the interesting thing about the US is one of the interesting facts that came out over here is that I love Melissa. So basic execution does not go ahead and it's not dope.
Damn right.
Okay.
All right, Matthew. Fun times, buddy.
Override.
Here you go.
Override.
Here's a
Doesn't
medium.
override shots.
Medium
Doesn't override shots.
Congratulations,
The
Matthew.
United States, huh?
We're on to the
United States.
finale
So
of the
I'm
night,
going to show
ladies and
you.
gentlemen.
Take Russ, this is the
With
double
Ari
shots.
Madby here,
The
Dead
burial
Trip
of a
in the
Miss
middle.
members of the
There's only one way to end a show like this,
unburied
and that is
bodies.
with
That's what
our
this is.
Hulk Hogan, if you will,
I
our
love it.
Hall of Famer with the
Yeah,
most
the beach is
appearances,
very
the most
decent.
interviews,
Should be dope
living
as Shabbos.
member of
Look
the
out for
Kiltony Hall of Fame.
Uma
Ladies
Abo,
and
this is dope
gentlemen,
as
this is the
Shabbos.
Memphis
Like now,
Strangler.
remember, I both up sacrificial service for this. Like based on English service, he's dope as Shabbos. So listen, even though based on English service has a lot of the workers, right? Carbon tummy, that's the carbon tummy. Right? We go ahead and we're putting the Torahs on the coals, right? Right, Havara. We're doing a whole bunch more.
I told Red Bacon
So
about
this
Black
sets
Friday,
aside
and he said
overrides
they already
that
get
love us for Shabbos.
February's
So
now
this is
Friday.
US mitzvah. Don't for also you laugh also. Listen to this. This mitzvah supersedes about overrides
The results of my polygraph tests are
we learn it from the work
gaslighting
we
me.
so listen, I can go through this whole rush all
The other day, I watched a David Lynch
to
film
look at
dubbed in Portuguese, and
the
it finally all made sense. A doctor ran some tests on Kim Kardashian and concluded that she has low brain activity. A few years ago, that same doctor ran some tests on LeBron James and concluded that he's black.
Do not become funny for anyone,
that's my
even the
time.
closest
Thank
relatives. Now, what's that you see over here is
William,
all
lights out, Montgomery.
is that a nothing can't become coming for anyone.
Memphis,
You
Tennessee.
didn't have to say
And
the
here
other
he is
is
with a
small,
brand
the
new look.
other,
I love it
also,
when you give
don't
it
have to add that in.
it's
So there's
freezing
different pressure
outside. You are
While you're on after
adorable.
nothing, so he decided to steer. Why does the positive have to say even for his sister or something? Watch this. Hurry. We're talking about a Nazir. This is the coin God. This is the coin God. Okay, now let's imagine how we see. So Hashaya Hogan, this focus, this is all let's go. This is going to be for this. We're going to do some seconds. Let's focus on card this. So the Nazir coin God is going to offer up to come and base on sacrificial item. And what happens? I'm a base. The Shamash and his stories. And he heard that his sister, one of his relatives, passed away. Yachol Yitama. You might have thought this is when he goes relatives. You have to turn around, go back, and become Tamei.
I caught her today not delivering one of my packages on the steps. That pissed me off.
Right?
And I said,
Again,
hey, thanks so
when
much. I'll
God
grab that
knows
from you. And
he
she
can't
doesn't even
become
look up
coming
to you.
for
She doesn't even look at
anyone,
me.
even his own family
Wow.
members.
So I think I'm going to try to do something to her. So like,
So, I'm like the same way that he can't become coming for a family member. He also can't become coming for a Mason.
or something.
I'm a
Or
Loma
stupid
Rachosa.
fucking ass is
Different
going to
parts
trip
of the for a sister. Also, the Imamame,
just on eBay. I've just been on eBay a shit ton. You can't tell, but don't tell me regulars are making a lot of money.
You see from here, the least mitzvah is docha everything. Everything. That even, so again, the Kohen Gadol has his choice between the least mitzvah offering up the Pesach. What does he do? Least mitzvah. Now watch this. Watch this. So now what we've established, follow the chain of thought again. What we've established is least mitzvah overrides avodah, and avodah is docha Shabbos. So most of
You have Dedrick, who's only been a regular for like 4 weeks. What the fuck? Fucking money.
Good.
Yeah, you have 15 Oriental runs that you've been talking about the last couple of years.
So the nice, right? So therefore, again, right. So here's what I have. I have
ultimately again. Admitting that you've done well for yourself.
Least mitzvah is docha avodah. Avodah is docha Shabbos. Therefore, the logical conclusion would be that least mitzvah is docha Shabbos. So therefore, again, if I'm on that week on Shabbos, and I go ahead and I see a least mitzvah, Allah Subhanahu again, I should be obligated to go ahead and carry the least mitzvah. That is also a form of right? This is the word. So the Gemara says, Shabbos is now avodah. So again, it's Shabbos. Shabbos is like so. It's avodah is docha Shabbos. Like avodah is docha Shabbos. Erodin should take worse mitzvah go also. Ultimately, the dirt over mitzvah shows to be docha Shabbos. That's so. This is the argument. That was what I want to point out. Mitzvah is not right. It's not docha. We don't carry anymore. Right? Not a regular person. So Allah the much asking something, but I understand the logic. Again, it means mitzvah is docha avodah, and avodah is docha Shabbos, and mitzvah is docha Shabbos. Here's the much amalei l'tzicha tzofia, shedocha avodah, ve'ina docha Shabbos. I'll tell you the pure myself. So execution itself will refute this argument. Why? Because the most I'm going to see execution is docha avodah. Now what does that mean? Take a look at Rashi. Rashi is in the third short line. L'tzicha tokeh shedocha es ha'avodah. Tefsiv me'im tefsiv yizbechi shitachana lamos. Once the Torah says that if somebody is liable to a death penalty, you take him even from the altar. And what is it? That's your contribution. Are you going to say the road from let's see how. 420 fucking watermelon for a
What else was in it? I don't know. That was most exciting. That had a lot of red in it. I had a bunch of red pieces of red. Super pink classic. You can see the seeds too, probably.
Have a coin. See a coin?
No, it's water. The texture, I was looking for the red, red texture with that.
He's getting ready to do the apple. But
So
rather,
there was
again,
just an open refrigerator with just a watermelon in it, a cup open watermelon. That's the whole puzzle. There's also a gallon of
that
milk.
exception, but that is different from the generation where, let's say the coin already
The
started
world wants
to
to
do the
know what
apple.
else was in it.
Then
God,
it was
Tony,
found
I have been drinking a bunch of milk, but now with my protein shake,
started doing the
because I'm
apple.
doing the
We
roast
won't
shake, because
take
I'm
him
eating
off
2 giant
in this
bowls of
right? We won't take him with one. We won't
this is
stop
cereal.
in
It has
the middle of it.
all
We already
branded
started,
mini
we'll
wheats.
let him
Oh,
finish,
you
but
love
if he wants to
frosted
start,
mini
we're
wheats.
not
This
going
is
to
my
let him
mom's
start.
favorite cereal. No, it's
So the
wonderful.
ideal
Yeah,
here
so
is
I'm all of the fiber. I'm eating that
Mark
putting
said,
myself water. So
I
I
want
gotta
to see
get
it
out.
up here. So here,
I gotta
execution,
snap
right?
out.
Execution does this.
It's getting scary.
Shedocha avodah, ve'ina
You
docha
don't want to hear
Shabbos.
it. It's getting real scary. I'm literally
From
planning on
the
tripping
from
the fucking
execution.
woman from
So
FedEx
execution is
tomorrow,
docha
and I
avodah,
don't
meaning
think I
somebody is
should be
liable to a
talking
death
about
penalty.
it right now.
So we don't
We have a
let them
nice
do
looking
that.
police officer. There's a nice guy over there. I don't think I need to be talking about those. The police love us.
The formula doesn't necessarily work. Just because something is docha
Yeah, I'm
avodah
gonna get her fucking ass
doesn't
tomorrow. I
mean
have something
that it
real
is
heavy coming
automatically
tomorrow.
docha
Yeah, I'm
Shabbos.
very
Okay,
happy.
so that's fine.
Tony.
Right, so let's go ahead and say
Okay.
execution should
What are
also
you
be
gonna
docha
do if
Shabbos.
this FedEx woman
Why not
is
talk about
carrying
execution
that
be docha
box to your
Shabbos?
place,
After all,
sees
we're
the
going to both say,
string,
why don't we say the
steps
following?
over the
We got
string?
homework, here we go. Avodah is docha Shabbos.
Exactly, what's
So
your
again,
plan then?
avodah is docha Shabbos. So we
Maybe
established like you do temple service
just
on
straight up
Shabbos.
assault or something.
Remember again, avodah requires
Like a
malacha,
ball.
and yet you're still allowed to do it on Shabbos. So the Gemara says, Ma'avoda shedocha on Shabbos. The tzicha docha also. And let's remember again. So now you have avoda is docha Shabbos, and execution is docha avoda. Right? So flip it around, right? So execution is docha avoda, and avoda is docha Shabbos. Then what? Then execution should be docha Shabbos as well. Just days of
Shabbos mitzvah, the last windows where you're running high.
Again, if the execution is docha Shabbos, so if execution is docha avoda, and avoda is docha Shabbos, then execution is docha Shabbos.
Usually call them a sand
This is really possible. Always possible.
anybody you want.
So the Torah says, you shall not go ahead and kindle a fire on Shabbos. This is something that remember, we know this, that the Lama Tesla, the 39 categories of labor on Shabbos are not exclusively where they learn from. They learn from juxtaposition of the section of the Mishkan to Shabbos. And this is whatever labor was used for the construction of the Mishkan ultimately becomes one of the three categories of labor. There's one law because his fucking that is Havara. Kindle. So the Savara is the foundation. What's not coming over? So why was Havara singled out? Why was it singled out? So the Gemara says, not coming over. Either Rabbi Yossi will not just us. So ultimately, it's for the purposes of Allah. What is that? It's there to go ahead and work with that whereas every single other Muslim is punishable by death.
Takes the show to a climax.
Hara is only
Thanks
for
for starting a new puzzle. We love you.
We're going to have no son,
Will you remember this episode brought to you by Christ?
ultimately again,
This is a crazy show with a
distinguish
crazy
between the
focus.
and the single that have our single down, the person does multiple malachos in one panel, right? In one
The drawing from Ryan J. Bobazin is absolutely incredible. That is indeed Hassan Ahmad and Ari Maddy. Let's see what the local artist Chris Rogers drew there. Oh, it's Dendrick. Dendrick, free grill Dendrick.
teach us that Havara is not kosher by that, but rather than Havara is kosher by that.
Check out my
What
favorite Cat Red 7 on iTunes and YouTube.
What do you guys want to plug?
Ultimately, again, Havara single down, Havara single down, so too is individual liability for every malach that is remember, it's not all this all of this. You gotta remember certain misos, like certain types of miso, for example, snowball, which is plant requires Havara. The fact that the Torah goes out of its way to say it's Havara on Shabbos,
He is one of the best stand-up comedians in the world.
AriMaddy.com.
It's a brand new tour. He's being very humble right now. Pre-sale starts. Well, it's going to be on sale when this episode comes out. So go to ROTHSCHILD.com. Support the great, powerful Estonian assassin. He could be weeks away from becoming a U.S. citizen of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out again to our very good friend Jedi, who made his debut tonight. Shout out to Team Woody Harrelson, who we love.
Thanksgiving.
Whoa, you're right. That is an American artist from the corner store.
Most shovels. First of most Cesaro is the foremost, most safe. So it says, you cannot kindle a fire in all of your dinosaurs, all of your
God bless this audience and God bless the
whenever
United
the
States
Torah
of
uses
America.
the
We love you guys. Thank you. Good night,
trust,
everybody.
and Allah promises this halacha applies both in Eretz Yisrael and out of Eretz Yisrael. Usually it appears to be unnecessary as possible. Why? Let's say, in general, whenever a mitzvah that we call chiv on the gaffer, chiv on the individual, it applies everywhere. I don't need most of the same thing. Here's the simple Shabbos. Why do you become the local Shabbos and specifically Havara applies to Chomot Yosef? Why would you get a minimum apply everywhere? Please, you might say, no Shabbos Kashi. No Shabbos not coming over. Why did the Torah need to say no Shabbos by Havara, by kindling no Shabbos is understood? Nifty, Shabbos Chovas Hagufi. Shabbos says the Chovas Hagufi. Remember again, what is the Chovas Hagufi? It's an obligation on the individual. Right? In other words, it's not geographic and it's not agricultural. It's on the individual. The Chovas Hagufi, no Haggis being bar is being the stars. And I'll say every Chovas Hagufi, remember again, applies automatically both in Eretz Yisrael as well as outside of Eretz Yisrael. Most Shabbos, the Chassav Rachman Olam. So why do I need the Torah to say Moshe Seifan? Yishun Rabbi Shmuel Amar Talmud Echad. Because one of the Talmidim said in Rabbi Shmuel, Kishinayimar, Kiyeh the Ishchei Mishpat Moves, Behumas. Torah says if a person will be liable to a death penalty and he's put to death, Shomea Ani, Ein B'chol Bein B'Shabbos. I would have thought execution occurs both during the week as well as on Shabbos. So the Gemara says, Mani Mekayim L'Chavaleha, most. Alright, so what does it mean? But yet the Torah says that if you buy every Shabbos, you pay for that. So again, isn't going ahead and organizing an execution in of itself a form of Shabbos violation? I would have said no. That applies to Sharmi, so could be Nisas David. That applies to other halachos, but doesn't apply to an execution or anything. Execution or anything should be fine. I said, I love to do this execution. And then no. Maybe again, the prohibition of Shabbos won't apply even to days in execution. Or not in the kind of us. I was going to debate and execute someone. The code of our Robi Shabbos. That means during the week, but not on Shabbos. Or even on Shabbos. Maybe even on Shabbos. And the Romar was value each to call most to those things. Here's what we'll say again. The Torah says, do not keep your mind all the domicile. But why you are running over? Behind you, even the friend, you keep us Mishpat, the Gero Seifan, the foremost person. This should be for you a statute of law. Those are the foremost Seifan, not most of us on the Lagon, based in, at most of us on our time, based in. Those are the Torah purposely uses us not the survivors of foremost Seifan. Why? Because foremost Seifan are us from the troubles. It's also using the concept to teach you about establishing courts, establishing what they did. Where you establish what they did everywhere you live. And so you do us the Moshavos by Bezdin and Moshavos by Shabbos prohibition. Because what? The same prohibitions that apply to Shabbos individuals apply to what they did. And therefore, again, the Bezdin is not allowed to execute themselves. Therefore, the Torah says that you will find all of the Moshavos. That's the use of, remember again, I don't need Lashon Moshavos by Shabbos. Why? Because Shabbos is a chiv on the Gavra, chiv on the individual. Any chiv on the Gavra on the individual applies there and so on. Why do you say them? Well, to say that because that same word is used by Batan Din, teach me that the same Shabbos prohibitions apply to Batan Din. Therefore, based in
insert this fucking shower wall.
They're going to say, stop, we're not finished with this yet.
Every single week, I have two of the best comedians in the world on this show. This is a fun one. This is a little chemistry set for you, because sometimes I take great pride in introducing some of the top rising comedians in the world on this panel. We were one of the first shows ever to show you fucking, Tim Dillon coming up and Shane Gillis coming up many years ago. This is one of those nights where you get a little bit of both. You get one of the first time guests who I think is funny as fuck, and you have an absolute complete legend. In fact, he is the reigning, defending 2024 guest of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, your two guests tonight are Harlan Williams and Nick Rochefort. Is on this real tour. Welcome, Nick. Holy shit, how exciting. Harlan Williams.
I gotta say, I'm a little anxiety-ridden tonight. I rushed out of the house, and I don't know, mostly the women might relate to this one, but I don't like to come up here nervous or out of sorts, but I'm going to be honest, I left a 7-layer lasagna in the oven.
Seven layers. What are the different layers?
Well, let's not be nosy. The highest I've done is a 12. This was during the, do you remember the space shuttle era? And they used to put the space tiles on the space shuttle. Do you remember that? And deflected the heat, and they allowed the space shuttle to ease back into Earth. And kind of like what you do to your wife, sir. And what I used to do, Tony, Daddy likes to drive fast. And so what I do, I did a 14-layer lasagna. I cut it up the same size as the space tile, stuck it all over my Corvette Stingray, and I went 102 through Bakersfield.
That is amazing. Nick Rochefort is the debut of Nick Rochefort in the Kiltony universe. How we doing, Nick?
I made an 8-layer lasagna. Here's the thing about space. I worked on this. The space is fake.
We're going to have some fun here tonight. Nick's first time on the show, Nick, you might not know, but over 300 innocent souls signed up for the opportunity to get pulled out of this bucket. If it happens, they get 60 seconds uninterrupted. You know their time is up and you hear the sound of a kitten. That means they have to wrap it up then, or else they bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. I'm going to let this convict on the run pick the first save. It's very exciting. Dug in there a little bit, pulled one out. Very, very exciting. And like that, we go wrangle. That comedian was no idea that they just got selected. They're over there. It's dark. It's gloomy in Shakespeare's next door. People are there. There's a little water cooler. They keep refilling their little plastic cups. Some of them are drinking. They have a deal with, what is it, vodka soda pitcher for like $3. Some of them are like, I'm not getting pulled, and they just start fucking getting drunk over there. We have a DUI breathalyzer to check them in case they get too bucked up. Anything can happen. We crush dreams here, and we make superstars all the time. Anything can happen. Let's start the show. Your first comedian, he's from Canada. It's a very, very energized young bunny rabbit. Make some noise for the return of Danny Martinello, ladies and gentlemen.
Recently, I was told taking a bath makes me feminine, and if having a bath makes me feminine, then tuck my nuts and call me Danielle, because I do not give a fuck. You know how many times I've seen you girls take those bathtub photos with your foot underneath the faucet and like a half a glass of Chardonnay in the corner? Mind you, it's a full bottle, eh? And then the little motivational quote of like, live your best life, queen theme, you're supposed to be. Like, I want to have that so bad. I saw a girl have a charcuterie tray in the back of her bathtub. I'm like, why can't I have a bruschetta and a bath bomb as a bro? You know, like I already take a shit and I eat a parfait. I might as well have a meat cheese spread while I bake. I'd have to make it more manly though, right? I'd have to have a half-crushed Modelo can in the corner, and instead of a charcuterie tray, though, just a floating sin puck in the background. You know, but I fear if I took that photo, one of my buddies would just zoom in on the stainless steel faucet, catch my dick just floating right in the middle of the tub. That's what it does. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a buoy sitting in the middle of Lake Placid, just chilling, you know? That's what I do. Whenever I see a girl take those photos, I'll fucking zoom in, dude. To the point where I can't zoom no more, and then I just take a screenshot and zoom in an extra little bit. Just to see if I can catch a dorsal fin underneath the water. Thank you guys. I'm Danny Martinello.
Danny Martinello representing Canada here tonight. Let me ask you a question, Danny. Have you ever heard anyone else? Have you only read the word charcuterie? Have you ever talked with anyone about charcuterie? Have you run that by anyone?
Honest, like, I don't even really know how to read.
Have you ever sound it out? Have you ever spoken with anybody about charcuterie?
Yeah, usually I'm like, can I just have some extra cheese and then like meats and stuff? It's charcuterie. Right?
So you're doing it on purpose.
Well, you guys fucking figured it out, right?
No, we thought you were retarded for a second.
It ain't no difference than any day, Tony. You always think I'm retarded.
What do you say, bro? It sounds like a bowel disease, honestly. And if I can just add to the floating penis thing, I mean, I think there's something you really forgot that we gotta add. And most of you might not know this, but the penis does float, and the little hole in the that gas for air like a koi fish.
Right? So
So if you throw fish food in a man's mouth, you eat it all up. And for you ladies, let's be honest, you're just drowning in a corned beef sandwich when you take a bath.
That is true. So you've been enjoying baths? This is all real?
Yeah, I've been trying to like just relax and stuff, and I sit in the bath, like the shower anyway, so I was like, I might as well just fill it up.
Do you have roommates?
No, not really, no.
Like, not really?
No, I have a roommate, but he lives in Canada, and then he only comes like a couple times a year. So like I'm kind of like just living on my own, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
I miss him so much, and I wish he would show.
Alright,
I thought you guys would have fun with that, but he don't really give a fuck. He thought I was gonna jump on and do a 5-star frog splash on the table.
Okay, Danny, what kind of Adderall are you on exactly? Canadian, Mexican?
Severely overdiagnosed and undermedicated. I don't do any of that stuff because I feel like it takes away from my spirit.
Wow, so you've tried it.
Yeah, I was forced to take Ritalin in grade 4 through 7
And you felt like it affected your creativity in grades 4 through 7?
yes, I was a stunted artist in that year, and it took away my shine. And my mom said he's just a difficult spirit. You should be able to handle him as a teacher. But I went to public school board, made me like take Ritalin if I wanted to stay in after
So
school.
this Ritalin you took, you said you took it daily?
Yeah, I had to take it at lunch.
How many cases a day did you take?
Just one pill, and it was funny. It was like they lined us up like little lab rats, and we'd have to go check in the office. And then, but I didn't take. I put it under like in the pocket. And then I would give it to this kid named Jamie Anderson, and I'd watch him snort it in the urinal.
Wow. It's like you take it every 5. It was pretty sick. You were like a Ritalin piss machine.
Yeah. I just, and then it would come
Well,
out.
that's a cunnilingus machine right there.
Yeah.
Are you shooting them into your girl's vulva?
Yeah. From afar, like a
Just
giant.
take it out, that's it. You can do that with your mouth again?
A judge pool. Right?
Yeah, I don't know why two men wanted to hurt me open my mouth like that, but here we are. That's a piss vulva right there.
Very scary. Danny, what else is going on in your life? Anything
Nothing much. I came back from. I went to Mexico for a wedding, which is pretty fun. Except for I got Montezuma's revenge.
What exactly is that? Describe that to the people.
It's where you just basically shit through a badminton racket for 5 days. So yeah, I had traveler's diarrhea. It's pretty good.
You drink the water like Charlotte from Sex in the City.
Yeah, we got a little bit fucked up, and an ice cube took me out.
Wow.
You know you're tough, man. You're just gonna slushy drink. It's like, but it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
You enjoyed the diarrhea in Mexico.
Yeah, because I was hitting the buffet a little too big, and so then by the end of it, I was like,
So fucking Canadian, right? Oh, I was hitting the buffet too big.
yeah, well, you know, right? You just gorge yourself, right? Because it's like you're like fucking, you're like a Roman, and you're like, I'm gonna eat after.
Don't look at the Mexicans like that. What are you turning around for? You're spinning around.
I don't know. This is the safest place over here besides Harlan Eyes. I'm looking at Tony, and then he's like, oh no, something's gonna come. I don't trust you, dude. I don't know what's up, but I don't trust you. You got me there.
Danny.
Yeah, no, it was alright. It was good, and then I don't know. I don't feel like I'm talking too much.
Danny, congratulations. You started the show with a minute.
Thanks,
There you
guys.
go. Back to Canada. You got Sandy Hartnell, everybody. This is where things get interesting because we are going to the bucket for our first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to meet human beings all together. This is the bread and butter of the show. People can become stars out of this bucket. They can fucking blow it. The pressure can get to them. Ladies and gentlemen, your first bucket bowl of the night is Matthew Coffin. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
So, of course, Trump went call an operation that requires massive missiles to deeply penetrate a mountain to destroy a nuclear facility. Operation Midnight Hammer, which I might feel creative saying it at all, because I'm sure me, just like millions of other people, are the same thing. And that's the perfect thing for a black people. I mean, come on.
One of the witnesses who gave
Just for the reviews are taken.
right? Negative
Anyways,
testimony about the defendant. Then turns
the older
around
I get, I feel
and
like the more I'm
says,
turning
I
to a
have some
life,
positive
especially
testimony.
during the winter
In
time.
ancient
I
Sholo,
always feel like I need a little Afghan emotional around my shoulder.
And
I always say it, Lord,
no, once you said your piece,
for some reason, my cell phone thinks that my nuts stink, and I beat my dog. And I don't know how. I mean, I don't know why my phone thinks my nuts stink. It's not like the phone has a nose or anything. I don't talk about that stuff or anything. But it thinks I beat my dog. I get these little alerts on my phone that says, "Don't abuse your animal. There's other ways to discipline it." It's because I sing to him and say stupid shit. Like, oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit, Matthew. Me too. Let's check in with Nick Roche for it.
That's one fucking suicidal pomeranian right there. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. The saddest dog that's ever lived.
That fucking poor dog just walking around. Not even walking around, probably dying to run away right now.
He's happy you stopped talking. I thought it was a cat, to be honest. A suitcase cat has got a fucking handle.
Dog is the most interesting part of your entire set. You really just like, do you practice this, Matthew? Do you like try? It's been a really busy week. I haven't actually been on stage in about 3 weeks because I've been busy, like work. What have you been doing for work? Between over here, like I told you last time, I've been working over the strip club now too. Working in the parking lot. You're working the parking lot at the strip club. What exactly are you doing in the parking lot? Would you like general parking or VIP? And that's what you do. Mostly I'm trying to direct Uber drivers that don't speak English where to go the right way and stuff like that. It's fun. Right. And do you have your dog with you when you're doing that? Yep. He hangs out by the car. He got his little leash attached to the inside of the car. He's got a little pillow out there. Okay. How long have you had this dog for? All 8 years of his life. All 8 years of his life. And what's the name of the dog? His name's Lucius Fox. Okay. All right. So, Matthew, that is what you would call your service animal, correct? Yeah, I had to pay the extra for it because I can't be without him. He can't be without me. He can't be without you. He can be with anybody else. Ask anybody next door. Have you been diagnosed with anything? Is there a reason why you have a service dog, or is that just your trick to life? Is that what makes people think you're okay? I didn't even know it was a thing, like to use like service animals, like to get your not have to pay for certain things for your apartment and stuff. I had no idea. I was just like, I can't be without him. You answered an entirely different question. I said I can't be without him because I had to talk to a lady to get the license and all that. So I was like, I can't be without him. He can't be without me. This is a real human being, ladies and gentlemen. Just know these aren't like character actors that we hire or something like that. Like,
Do you think you're sending the wrong message standing in a parking lot holding a dog in a place where you're trying to sell pussy?
Like I said, he hangs out by the car. Some people like him and say hello and stuff. And it's pretty cool.
Everybody's thinking, do you fuck the dog? And you're like,
Do you fuck the dog? One of the other guys likes to call him my little furry fleshlight. But he's his bed is my bed, though. He's got an interesting story.
holy shit, dude, this is crazy.
Matthew,
Your sleeve isn't up his ass, is it?
there's nothing normal. There's nothing normal. Is there anything that you do without the dog? Since I moved out here to Texas, he's always been there. He's out on my lap all 1,600 plus miles across country to get here. And you came here to do stand-up comedy. Well, like I said, after I got struck in the head with that steel girder, I took that settlement money, and I was like, I can't keep denying who I am. I'm a carny, I'm a clown, I have to go where everything's happening at. What makes you swings for defense? Okay, I can't handle another second of this.
That dog is going to be leaking in 10 minutes.
Matthew, you already have a very small joke book, correct? There you go. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew Coffin. Everybody. Matthew, you gotta take a year off or something. Take a year off. Sign up in a year. That's psychotic.
Years off. How about that?
Hello there. This podcast is sponsored by Shopify. You know, when I started this podcast, it seemed like I had to figure it all out on my own. You know what I mean? Stage time, setup, filming schedule, logos. Every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed an answer. Your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks that can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that helps you out can be such a game changer for millions of businesses. That tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Great thing. Isn't this something amazing? You can get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use brand style. Shopify is packed with helpful